I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again.
Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, my name is Mr. IOTBA. The acronyms for IOTBA is
Mr. Undeniable. Hold up. Mr. These boys can't touch me.
If you do. Bet I ain't got shit to prove. Boo does go tooth, little Bruce, smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pulse. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like salt. Got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do. You're a daisy if you do.
R-U-L.
All aces in my hand, better back. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click, clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk slow, silver in my lap. Halo, crooked heart attack. Say your piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep.
Oh shit. It's your boy Mr. IOTBA. I'm touching down from that 2, 1, 4, and I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pain's a prison, the glass cuts deep. Eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing.
Shout out to everybody on here from that 214 to across the states, to across the pond. Salute. You're there rocking with your guy RFD, aka Ray from Dallas. And I say, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start out by saying shout out to the beautiful Grow. Good night, sweetheart. Beautiful classic. Shout out to Fiend. I'm not Fiend. Please tell me if you're a lady or man, I don't know, these names be confusing me. Shout out to Skin Road. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. And Fiend said, "Boy, I heard you need a co-host. Man, I need some people to come on here and talk with me on the show real soon, right? I'm serious. Because pressure has to be impacted. And I'm big pressure. So your name is I don't know what that, I'm sorry, I don't know what a war cat is. Y'all please excuse me. Right? But I want to let y'all know, right? I appreciate y'all to death. That will never go unsaid. Y'all will always hear that from me. Because if it wasn't for y'all, the people who do show up and show out, okay, big dog, Fiend, okay, salute, sir. It means everything to me, right? And like I stated, a shout out to the beautiful Mar. All I be, if you could help support the channel, Cash Out, Venmo. But the most important thing is to like, share, and if you ain't subscribed, please subscribe. Because that's how we get them algorithm names in us, right? Because this is important to me, right? Not just this show, but this particular subject, right? But I do appreciate y'all who been showing up and showing out and who all in the building. So let me turn up for y'all with that gangster lean before we get started. Shout out to Free _ Ricky _ Bay in the building. Salute, beautiful. Man, I appreciate seeing, some of the same people, and I'm learning the word cranks because we all cranks, right? In the building, man, that means everything to me, right? Seeing a lot of y'all show up and show out, man. Let me turn up for y'all again. I appreciate it. Oh, shout out to the general. The MC himself, MC Kazi G. He's in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do that gangster lean for the general. Man, I appreciate the general being over here, right? Because he one of them ones. If y'all not subscribed to MC Kazi G, what is you doing? What is you doing? He is one of them ones. And he is one of the great ones in the rock voice, right? And that's just something that you can't deny. He over there putting in work, great work. So I advise everybody to go subscribe to MC Kazi G. I call him the general. Before I came on her, just, hearing his wordplay, see how he interacted. I said, that's a general. And a general, he lead by example. And man, he's a great leader. And I appreciate him for real. And I love you too, the general, man, with everything in me. And I appreciate you. Like, for everything you done did. That does not go overlooked. It means everything to me. Everything. Because see, everybody know me coming in here as the Huckleberry. I come to protect the house at all costs. But when you have bullshit come your way where motherfuckers coming at you on some fuckery type shit, boy, you see the people who really stand up and they gonna show up and show out for you. And when I tell you, the general is one of them ones, man, I love you, Kazi G. So before we get started, right, please, everybody, hit that like, share, subscribe. Man, and we're about to get ready to do the show. If y'all don't know who I am, here I go.
TRUF. Truth.
He's the mirage in the rear view glass.
It's Ray from Dallas.
Was he here? Was he there? Was he ever mine?
Ray from Dallas?
Just a trick played by time.
This dude is savage as
Is he
fuck.
real or just a dream?
What up, Ray from Dallas?
Ray from Dallas, tell me true. Are you the
He's
man
fun.
or the man I knew?
Hi, Ray.
This appears to be a black man. Ray from Dallas.
Let's take this walk.
Is he real or just a dream? Falling stars or a laser beam? Ray from Dallas, tell me true. Are you the myth or the man I knew?
This dude is
Savage as fuck.
Man, Ray from Dallas. It appears to be a black man. If you was here from the beginning when I came in and it was late September, early October, you will get that if you go back and catch some of my first videos, right? Because they was thinking I was MC Kazi G, the Glare, Jimmy, and everybody, and I, it was my due diligence, to go say, you got to come on here, these people getting attacked, and come on here and show who you is, and like you got to have that character in you, right? Because I was never hiding from the world. Like my thing was, because I do other shit and well renowned for it. My thing was I came on here because it wasn't about me being, nobody knowing who the fuck I am or anybody, right? You come on here and do what you do. I come on here to protect the house, right? So when he said it appears to be a black man, because they couldn't believe it. Like a lot of people could believe it. A lot of people believed it. But a lot of motherfuckers, he said, oh, it appears to be a black man. Oh, that's some of the funniest shit ever. Right? Oh my God. Oh, because, these ignorant ass people couldn't believe, it was a black man who followed Turtle Boy in the movement and held, and it was gonna hold it down. It was just unbelievable to these particular people. But hey, it is a black man. It's a man. It's a bird. It's a plane. Hold up, what'd you say, Turtle Boy? It appears to be a black man. And boy, that's so funny, y'all. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. But I came on her as ferocious. He does appear to be a black fella. I came on her as ferocious as they could come. Didn't give a fuck. Right? And that's why I'm working on my language, right? Because, what's crazy about this game, you have a lot of other people on here using some of the words like I use, and for some reason, man, I got called angry. Said I was threatening people. I got made to be the problem, right? And I respected this movement so much. I didn't want to be the problem, but I just couldn't believe, it was coming back full direct and just point at me like I was the problem. When I was coming in here, to protect the house at all time, because I seen the GOAT, I seen the OG, I seen everybody on this side getting attacked. And I wasn't with the shit. I was with all the shit. That's why I came on here ferocious. Like in this YouTube game, I had to learn earlier being on this side, right? Like real talk, I had to learn, right? It ain't even learning. We human beings. We make mistakes. We be reckless sometimes. But the character in you, if you apologize for it, you show your sincerity for it. That's what I think. And you show everybody, you made a mistake and it's not gonna happen no more. And you get it, So, that's what I thought. But hey, they say life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. But the most important thing I'm here for and still here for was to protect the house at all times. I never lost sight on that. Never lost sight on that. Because one thing about this community, they done helped me tremendously. Even, it done helped me tremendously to where you understand now, like, right? But I learned it ain't about me being who I'm gonna be the fuck who I am, right? I'm not finna let people tell me, oh, I can't talk like this. Well, if you're gonna tell me I can't talk like this, you gonna tell all the other motherfuckers they can't talk like this. Right? Crazy work. Man, protecting the house at all costs. Boy, you got made to be the problem. I don't know why. I ain't let it fade me. I just continue to have that tunnel vision and keep moving. And I love this community, and I'm riding for this community, and I'm all about this community, and that's never gonna stop. But today, Vinlanders connections, controversy, and unanswered questions in Delphi. Let's take this walk, ladies and gentlemen. It's early in the AM here. It may be nighttime, midday, or whatever time it is around the world. We're examining one of the most debated criminal cases in America, the Delphi murders. The death of Abigail Williams and Liberty German shocked the nation and left a small Indiana community searching for answers. Over the years, investigators pursued numerous leads, interviewed countless individuals, and gathered evidence that would eventually lead to an arrest. Yet despite that, debate surrounding the case has never disappeared and never will until Richard Allen is free. We all know that the investigators didn't follow where the evidence led. We know that. Me knowing a mustard seed about this case, I see from day fucking one, the bitches down there in Delphi, Indiana, didn't follow the evidence when they was investigating, where it led them to. Them bitches didn't do nothing. So today we're going to take a closer look at some of the names, discussions, and alleged connections that have frequently occurred in online conversations about Delphi. And I want to shout out to Classic again. I want everybody to know. Classic and like Skin Row and everybody on her, Mar, and shout out to the beautiful Ange. But Classic has been helping me tremendously. I told y'all I'm like the little shop of horror. I say, Classic, feed me. See more, feed me. Right? 3:49 p.m. in Australia. And Classic, man, boy, she helps me tremendously. And this ain't us having no con. Never talk to Classic. This us inboxing each other, right? And she is so thorough, right? And she get credit to everybody that's on her. She called everybody the top dogs on her. Well, I said, Classic, you a top dog yourself, right? Because, oh my, I am a boomer. You know, I'm more, you know, you got two type of learners, right? You got a visual learner and you got a kinesthetic learner. A visual learner, that's me when it's best in front of you. A kinesthetic learner, you know, is when somebody could just tell you and you be able to do it. You don't have to really see no visuals. They can explain it to you and you can get the job done. With me, I'm a visual learner. And Classic has been so patient with me because I've been learning kinesthetic. And she's been great about it, right? So thank you very much, Classic. Thank you with everything in me from the bottom of my heart. So let's get back to it. To be clear, I want everybody to know discussing a person's name or connection does not mean that person committed a crime, which we know that these bitches all in the mix with it. All them bitches in the mix with it. Right? But that doesn't mean we got to, you know, that's what they want us to say. See, our goal is to examine why these individuals became part of the public discussion and what questions continue to be raised by those following the case. Oh yeah, that away. Like our alternative theories point to timelines, social connections, statements, and investigative decisions they believe deserve further scrutiny. Because me going through this case for a week, this is the worst shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Worst shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I'm going to be hashtag free Ricky until Ricky is free. See, this has fueled for years across social media, people on their podcasts and YouTube channels, and especially the true crime communities. So that's to the cranks. But the central fucking question still remains. All these pussycats, besides Richard Allen and Abigail and Libby that's on this screen, right? Right? Were all significant leads through these bums at the bottom thoroughly explored? Oh, this is absolutely terrible to General. General, I ain't been going through this for a week. Then I took 4 days off and shout out to the beautiful Classic for feeding me. Like I say, feed me, Seymour, feed me. So when I came back, you know, I had to go over the Odinism and how it was, you know, what the professor Turco from Purdue told him that there was some fanboy shit and that bitch ass fucking horse shit of the, you know, Holman, you know, tried to put, this is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. See, the speculation done expanded with this case, and especially with me, since I'm new to it, far beyond what the evidence actually supports. I can see that with clear vision. So as we examine and go over the timeline, these fuckers that was involved, and the controversy surrounding this bullshit Bush League investigation. Remember that facts, allegations, and theories are not the same thing. The Delphi case continues to generate intense talk because of the tragedy at its center and the lingering questions that everybody feel remain unanswered. The questions. As always, review the information yourself. Think critically, right? And draw your own conclusion. Yes. Greg Pharisee. Yes. Greg Pharisee, Todd Click, and Murphy. We went over them last night, the general. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. See, I know about Pharisee. He's the one, he's the police officer who they say, oh, somebody came in through a bottle and they shot and killed him. And shut the fuck up, you Delphi holy fucking scumbags. We know what you bitches did. You bitches did something to him, in my opinion. You bitches got rid of him, in my opinion. Shout out to the beautiful Catherine in the building. Man, this shit is fucked up. And the way these bitches perceived it, right? Because see, this one, I swear to y'all, I know this one thing about me. I apologize, right? Because I have to give delegation, right? Before we get into it. Because it's this right here. I never seen nothing like this. Shout out to Attorney Labrado, General Attorney Labrado, the bald-headed dude. You know, he didn't believe in the Odinism stuff until Attorney Baldwin started putting him on game. And he said, man, I believe this was a sacrifice, right? But I will never, ever, forget, right? What this son of a bitch and the Doug dickhead Carter said. Listen to this dirty, rotten bitch.
How about we hit that reset button and understand that justice in this country was served, and if you don't like justice in this country, go to another one.
When Doug Carter said, we had justice today, and if you don't like justice in this country, you can leave, I take umbrage with that. That's not our country. I would like to think, I hope, that we can all express our thoughts and beliefs and not be told we need to leave our country. You know, if that were the case, the Memphis 3 never would have been exonerated. The Brooklyn 5 never would have been exonerated. My son wanted me to watch the hurricane with him.
That son of a bitch. What the fuck did you say? You Archie Bunker dickhead. What you say?
How about we hit that reset button and understand that justice in this country was served, and if you don't like justice in this country...
Fuck you, Doug Carter. Motherfuck you, you pussycat bitch. Hit a reset button. Reset elephant grape nuts down your fucking throat. You piece of shit. I can't get over that. How about we, the public, take a fucking reset button? Who the fuck do this bitch think he is? This shit break my fucking heart. Right? Knowing with Richard Allen, this great man who served our country, how this pussycat pussycat police department did to him makes me sick to my fucking stomach. This is disgusting. This is disgraceful. And this is the worst shit that I done went over in a long time. I didn't think that I see nothing worse than the Karen Reed case,
right? You know, like, because that's the worst shit I seen, right? Because I seen that I didn't know that this was going on at the same time as Cameron. You know why I didn't know? Because when it comes to gender, a man and a woman, they get treated differently, right? And I'm gonna let the truth come to the power and the power come to the truth on that. Where was the fucking noise about Richard Allen? Because I didn't see it. And I'm telling y'all this, I watched this shit. It wasn't no noise. They kept pounding Karen Reed, Turtle Boy, in my ear. Everything I see, Karen Reed, Turtle Boy, Karen Reed, start paying attention. Where was the fucking smoke about Richard Allen and the terrible fucking injustice that he was going through? Yeah, I know. Many victims. Many victims, as we're going to go over, as I'm starting to realize. Because today's show is going to be great. Shout out to Sloot. We got some of her, and we got some of her coming up in her, right? We're gonna go at the bitch ass Holman. You know, he was a woman who a lot of people really don't look at well. We're gonna talk about these fuckers at the bottom. We gotta talk about, his sisters. Man, this cocksucking son of a bitch, and I want y'all to understand this. When we listen to Sloot and the other beautiful lady that was on the Sloot Goosey and the other beautiful lady, right? They are reading that Elvis fucking idiot transcript from his deposition, right? And it's not a funny moment, but it's funny, right? To hear this fucking sleazeball. And Teresa, shout out to the beautiful Teresa. Shout out to the beautiful Helen Keller Diary in the building, right? Fields, I heard that name, Fields. Where's that name coming from? Fields. Yeah, shout out to the beautiful people, Court in the building. Yes, I'm on Richard Allen, been on it for a week. Not even a week, right? Because I'm coming back to it because, like, I had to take that 4-day break because I had a week. Oh, yeah, Elvis Fields, this piece of shit. That's why I love this piece of shit. Look at this ugly motherfucker. Look at this ugly dog-faced, smut McGruff looking bitch. Look at him. Look at this ugly fucker. Look at this ugly motherfucker, man. And like I said, y'all, this is a lot, right? But I'm getting it, right? And today is going to be a lot, but I understand it, right? And shout out to the beautiful classic, right? You know, who been, you know, helping me and patting me on my back and telling me I'm doing good, right? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Because this case right here has ripped me the fuck apart. Now, beautiful people around the world. Skin Ross said, right, the other day you asked where is the mayor? Well, he stopped marrying to be the prosecutor's lead investigator. Now he's a judge. Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. Are you, what? Oh my God. Skin Row, what? See, then look at this stupid shit. I didn't even know. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God! And shout out to the beautiful Sloot Goosey, man. It's so wonderful and it's so humble when you have a person like that who been doing their thing, and she done stopped by the show numerous times, right? And I appreciate that. But I want y'all to understand, I don't like, because this shit bothers me, right? But I'm not going to stop. I ain't stopping on this. It's like we ain't stopping on the GOAT. We're going to go hard. I ain't stopping on this because you got a fucking man who's convicted, a man who's getting tortured, a man who they held in fucking isolation and put him in a fucking prison. Hold up. Bob, defensive, I got to do this. Defensive diaries. Bob Mata. Talk to us, sir.
You can't start throwing people that are innocent until proven guilty, who are pretrial detainees, into a fucking prison for 13 months and have them held in solitary confinement so they lose their mind, start eating their shit, start pounding their head against the fucking wall in order to elicit some kind of confession because you're worried that your case, in terms of the evidence you have, is not strong enough. And I don't give a shit that he could be on a tablet calling his wife, not being able to lay eyes on her and have her be in front of him, whether it's behind plexiglass or not, and have her, because I'm assuming because he wasn't a convicted felon that she would have been able to sit with him in a room without a piece of glass in front of him, because the guy is a pretrial detainee, not a convicted fucking felon. You can't have him in prison under the same rules that you have for the convicted felon. Like every time I would hear them say, oh, well, you know, we made more accommodations for Richard. Well, you're supposed to. He's a fucking pretrial detainee. He's sitting in there, an innocent man, you jag off. The rest of those people in that prison are all convicted murderers and rapists. And this guy is not that. You're treating him as though he is. You know, it's like that, the whole incarceration side of that. Anyone that looks at that objectively and is like, you know, I'm good with it, they can fuck right off. Like, this is not how we can run shit in this country.
Man, like I said, I will run through a motherfucking brick wall for the great Bob Mata of Defensive Diary. I will run through a fucking brick wall. Do you see the passion, how angry he is, the emotions, him telling the fucking truth about how shit's supposed to go? This is an attorney. He knows the law backwards to forwards. He could be in a deep sleep, get woke up quick, and they say, what's the law, the number of this? And he'll be able to answer that because this is what he do, right? But remember, I say torture, right? Because I got to always go through this with y'all because this is bothersome to me. Torture. Listen to me. They kept him away from his wife, right? Do you understand his wife and his daughter? Man, they was everything to him. So keeping him in isolation until they got that bullshit confession out of him that was fucking choreographed. If you got any type of fucking sense in your fucking noggin, whether it's a mustard seed, a peanut, or a fucking walnut or a grapefruit, if you got an inch of fucking common sense, you could tell it was choreographed. Because remember, that bullshit ass Doug Carter told us, we need to reset. If you don't like how the investigation going, get the fuck out of America. You could suck these nuts, you pussycat. Oh, this case got me on another fucking level, right? Because you heard Bob Mata, right? We heard him. Now watch the beautiful Andrea Burkhardt. Watch this, y'all. Hold up. First, since Bob Mata was on that, let me make sure this is the right one.
He was taken to a Department of Corrections prison. He was taken to a maximum security prison. He was taken to the maximum security wing of the maximum security prison, and he was held in isolation, having not been convicted of any crime, for 13 months by himself in a cell. And so we spent the afternoon learning about what that did to Rick Allen and what that was like. And I have represented thousands of criminal defendants. And I can count on one hand the number of monsters in human skin that I've encountered among criminals, some of them serious, violent criminals. I saw more monsters in that courtroom today than I ever saw in an orange jumpsuit. And they had badges.
That will never leave me. I saw more monsters in that courtroom today than I ever saw in orange suits. And they all had badges. That woman's voice was cracking, but she said it so eloquent. You could hear the pain in her, right? This is upsets me, right? Because like Bob Marley said, when you put a person in isolation, beat his fucking head, eat his fucking shit, right? And do all that other shit, right? All that other shit. And shout out to the People's Court, right? And shout out to the beautiful Ange of RM Productions, right? Salute to her. Go subscribe. Because this was a masterpiece. She said about this penguin face, strong neck, ugly motherfucker in girl shit. Watch this.
The murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German were the result of hatred. Hatred for women, perhaps. Hatred for race traitors. Hatred for the privileged, the elite, the other. But where judges are called upon to serve as a balanced, fair, and impartial foundation upon which justice may be carried out, Special Judge Frances Gull has allowed hatred to consume her. Hatred for the defense attorneys who were willful and insubordinate, who humiliated her in front of her colleagues and superiors. Hatred for her own shortcomings, her own inability to occupy a seat which she has claimed as rightfully hers. Hatred for a defendant who has yet to be tried, and despite his fundamental rights to due process and his total presumption of innocence, the special judge held him in maximum security prison in total isolation and torment for over a year.
You heard that. But the main thing I take out of that, her hatred. Boy, them bars was amazing. Boy, Ange is the fucking truth and so amazing. Boy, her word play on that, man, and her video was a Picasso painting to its finest. 5 stars. But what I took out of that, not only how she broke down the hatred, she said for the defense lawyers who embarrassed her, right? No. And look, they embarrassed her because the bitch wasn't doing her job right. Right? They embarrassed this stupid motherfucker. Yeah, because the bitch wasn't doing her job right. And Ange said it best. Oh, she's so cold. Oh, she good. She great. She's amazing. She said the judge is supposed to be balanced, fair, and impartial. And you see nothing from girl shit. She was a piece of shit. In my Mortal Kombat voice, the beautiful Ange of RM Productions. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Finish this bitch.
Judge Frances Gull is on a mission. It's a mission she shares with the Unified Command Task Force, with Lieutenant Jerry Holman, with Detective Tony Liggett, with Prosecutor Nick McClelland, Superintendent Doug Carter. Judge Gull is complicit in the conspiracy to convict Richard Allen. We are watching the state of Indiana hang a constitutionally innocent man. The fix is in.
We are watching the state of Indiana hang a constitutionally innocent man. The fix is in. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Now, remember, the prisons Bob Marley talked about. She talked about, let's let this dude explain how them prisons look, right? Because I'm going to remind every fucking time on this video, what Richard Allen, a veteran, a man we should be honorable to, a man who served our country, who I love our country. I'm a country first person. He is the gold standard. He is the epitome of what we should all be. And I look at every military person like that. Let's get that understood. Don't play with them. Shout out to Barking Mad in the building. Love you to death. Because I preach this to everybody. Don't play with no veterans with me or with Mira. I don't give a fuck who you are, right? If I'm out and look, if you out and you see a veteran, you know what they want, the main thing, say thank you for your services. That's the only thing they be looking for. If you out and you somewhere eating, you see a veteran who got a cap on or something, even if you don't know if they got to pay for their meal on the strength. Because that's the only reason why we're able to walk on this turf freely and do what we do. And they doing that veteran. A man who served our country. They are crucifying them right in our face. And watch this dude tell us the conditions.
I was asked by the Human Rights Watch to tour Westville Supermax prison. We went and we looked, and we were horrified by what we saw. The cells were extremely austere. There is no real window. There's a deafening silence in the cell. In the United Nations standards, more than 15 days of solitary confinement is a human rights abuse or torture.
Richard Allen was in there for 12, almost 13 months in solitary confinement.
Some people break down in a day, some people in a few weeks. Most people within a month or two are going to have very serious mental problems. 13 months is an extraordinarily long time in solitary confinement.
Did you see what he said about the conditions? And shout out to Classic. She said she think Holder and Westfall are veterans. They are dishonorable pieces of shit of veterans who we will never fucking respect. I don't respect veterans like them. I don't. Now, I hate to show this stuff, but I'm new to this. But I'm going to continue to do this and show y'all how real it is. He told y'all about the conditions, right? Let me give y'all a peek at the conditions.
Shower, look at this shit. Water leaking from upstairs. Look at this shit. This is how we living in fucking Westville. WCC. $1 million company. They spend $1 million company to put all that mold.
Enough, you get the idea, right? Now, before we get started, right? Let's go back to Bob Mother, right? This is what he said, and look what we just said.
You can't start throwing people that are innocent until proven guilty, who are pretrial detainees, into a fucking prison for 13 months and have them held in solitary confinement so they lose their mind, start eating their shit, start pounding their head against the fucking wall in order to elicit some kind of confession because you're worried that your case, in terms of the evidence you have, is not strong enough. And I don't give a shit that he could be on a tablet calling his wife, not being able to lay eyes on her and have her be in front of him, whether it's behind plexiglass or not, and have her, because I'm assuming because he wasn't a convicted felon that she would have been able to sit with him in a room without a piece of glass in front of him, because the guy is a pretrial detainee, not a convicted fucking felon. You can't have him in prison under the same rules that you have for the convicted felon. Like every time I would hear them say, oh, well, you know, we made more accommodations for Richard. Well, you're supposed to. He's a fucking pretrial detainee.
Yeah.
He's sitting in there, an innocent man, you jag off. The rest of those people in that prison are all convicted murderers and rapists. And this guy is not that. And you're treating him as though he is. You know, it's like that, the whole incarceration side of that. Anyone that looks at that objectively and is like, you know, I'm good with.
Damn, that piece of shit Colin enlisted? Oh my God. Shout out to the beautiful Lori / Marie. Now, you see that, right? Pretrial defendant. Right, when does that happen? When does that happen? You get put in them type of positions like he did. They did that to break him. They did that because the pressure was on them, because them sorry fucking idiots of the Dale Pussycat Police Department didn't do their fucking job with their lazy bitch ass. And fuck them. I mean that. Man, yeah, man, I appreciate everybody in the building. For real, all good people in the building. I appreciate y'all. Oh, that breaks my heart. Now, it's time to get to it. All right. Because shout out to Sergio and shout out to Classic again for putting me on the Sergio. I had no idea who Sergio was. I'm not going to celebrate Fake the Funk. I didn't know who he was. Right? And everybody loves Sergio. Right? And we're going to start with him because when I tell you this guy's excellent. First clip.
We're going to talk about Richard Allen and the Delphi murders. The problem that this case brings up, it's one of those things that you may not realize this systemic problem in society, but once you become aware of it, it becomes something that is going to bother you deeply. There's a fundamental problem with interrogation in general. The interrogator here is using the read technique, and I will point out how I know that as we go through this, because I don't know who this guy is. I recognize the read technique, and he is using it horrifyingly wrong. It's actually a quintuple question. He's just so terrified of asking a direct question that he asks 5 questions in one question, which no human being can answer. What this boils down to is that the interrogator is too scared to ask one direct question at a time. He's afraid that the subject is going to respond in the negative, and he's not going to know where to go from there. If he asks a direct question and gets a direct response back, that is, I didn't do it, and that's a death sentence to an interrogator. If you can't ask questions, you can't be a question asker. So how did this guy get this far? Or maybe this is his first time ever doing an interrogation, but for God's sakes, if you're going to talk to people, ask direct questions and ask them cleanly, or you're going to get garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. So anyways, so Richard, number 1, is very direct. There's no indicators of deception, and he's still trying to process. Interviewer, it's without a doubt that this is very scientific. I don't really know what he's trying to say there, and obviously Richard doesn't either because he says okay. At this point, he's trying to apply pressure. The interrogator thinks this is a gotcha moment. He's expecting some reaction, and it hasn't crossed his mind yet that he's not going to get that reaction. And Richard says, okay. And again, now at this point, even an untrained interrogator should realize that he's been talking about testing this stuff, DNA, fingerprints, extraction pins, and he wants to talk very specifically about his weapons. And you're still not seeing even the slightest nervousness or defensiveness from the subject. The interrogator is literally not intelligent enough to be sitting in an interrogation booth. He says, you're the mastermind behind stumbling across 2 girls on a bridge and stabbing them to death. He is grasping at things that he learned in the Reed course that he doesn't understand. One of these going to get made fun of here, actually. So Richard says, mastermind? Okay.
Did somebody else set this up? I don't know, Rick. I want to know.
And the interviewer.
So, was that Holman bitch ass right there? Because from I can't, but it looked like that's him. Was that his bitch ass? With that fucking bald spot deteriorating in the middle of his fucking head? Well, Sergio is fantastic. And he broke it down amazingly. He said this guy's trying to do the read technique, right? Where he trying to get him to cross himself, but like Sergio said, if we all seen it and we finna see it, Richard Allen is cool, calm, and collected. We're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? Is Classic, can you write something? Because my big finger ass, let me see if I can do it with this. Hold up. Oh no, I need you. Can you write something and then put that link so I can pin it? So everybody can go subscribe to Sergio, man. Right? But like I said, Holman is a bitch. A jelly donut eating bitch. A pudding between a glazed donut eating bitch. You could tell he is a bitch ass officer, right? And I had no idea who the fuck he was. I didn't know that was him. I done seen that before, y'all. But you know, I just see a disgusted motherfucker with a bald spot on his head in the back. I couldn't see his face from the front. So now, guess what? I know that is that bitch. And I seen that shit. The way this bitch came at fucking Richard, boy, I could slap the Twinkies out of this job. No, I'm the only one who could pin it. You just would have to write Sergio and then put the link. I could not believe this shit. This was mind-boggling. We looking at Richard. Let me see. Okay, I did it. I did it, y'all. The boomer did it. We are looking at Richard. And we finna see. Cool Complex, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You Twinkie Michelin Man built bitch. The fuck are you talking about? Let's continue, because we got a lot.
And the interviewer says, did someone else set this up? I don't know, Rick. I want to know.
When he leave here, which way did he go? Were you looking for him? This way, this way, this way? I don't know.
And the interview says, I've been so nice to you. Again, we're back to the please do my job for me. And subject says, oh yeah, you're being nice. You were trying to get me to confess to something I had nothing to do with. The interviewer says, I'm trying to get you to tell the truth. I'm not trying to trick you. Subject says, you assume it's the truth and it's not. That's perfectly direct response. It has to be the truth. The scientists don't lie. The science doesn't lie. Now that's an actual indicator of deception. When you start to try and give yourself more credibility, it means you don't believe in yourself. So this stacking on of credibility, you're going to see it's quickly going to go nowhere. So he says, it has to be the truth. The scientists don't lie. The science doesn't lie. And Richard says, that's awesome. Interrogator is fumbling here, and he's not comfortable enough in conducting an interrogation to control the interrogation. The interrogator has, at this point, shown that he has completely lost control of this interrogation. And it's way too early in the interrogation for the interrogator to have lost control. And then Richard says, I don't need to read it. That's a problem if you're the interrogator. If somebody says, I don't need to read it, it means that, number one, either they don't know how to read and they don't want to be embarrassed, or they know what's in it. The only way that you can know what's in the report is if you didn't do anything wrong. Because if you did something wrong, you're going to grab that report and look at what evidence they have against you. That's the reason why the interrogator asked him if he wants to read it. But the fact that he said no is, again, another indicator, which we've seen already multiple indicators, that Richard at this point is still not processing that there's a threat against him. And there's only one reason, and that's because he didn't do anything. So the interrogator should be analyzing the situation that he's in and reassessing his approach. This is at the point where a completely untrained interrogator should begin to realize that when he's not arguing anything except he's saying, that's not possible. For somebody that it's taught in the read course, that if somebody tells you something like that's not possible, that is a huge indicator that you're on the wrong track. It's literally taught in the course. This is like what, the fifth real indicator to the interrogator that he's on the wrong track here.
Deception. Right, man, Sergio was great. Think about it. We just say, I don't need to see that shit. Fuck around with you, pussycat. I don't need to see that. What you need to go see is some Just for Man, right? Or a cheetah to grow in the middle of that bald spot of your fucking head. That's what you need to go look into and read the directions, motherfucker. Right? Richard said, I don't need to see that shit. The fuck are you talking about? I'm a little familiar with the hot shots. I think we went over that, right? But trust me, this is going. I'm not stopping on this. I am gonna be so familiar with this shit. Right. So familiar. Boy, that was an excellent point Sergio said. He like a guilty motherfucker gonna be like, yeah, let me see the report so I can look at it and see what you bitches got against me. Rick said, fuck you, I don't need to see that shit. Deception at its finest. To try to get like whoop-de-whoop. And this bitch failed miserably. Now let's continue.
But the fifth real indicator to the interrogator that he's on the wrong track here.
There's the truth, and it's not. It has to be the truth. The scientists don't lie. The science doesn't lie. That's awesome. It's saying that
the interviewer doesn't even understand how embarrassed he should be at this point. Richard has told you it is not possible. Without indicators direct, it's not possible. This tells me that whatever that evidence suggests is wrong. Now, he is not willing to accept reality. He has created his own version, and nothing else can be acceptable to him at this point. No matter how stupid he realizes that he sounds, and no matter how much he's getting called out on that, he's not willing to accept that something in his own evidence is wrong. He's telling you that he's drowning, that he doesn't have control over this situation, and he's desperate for Richard to help him interrogate himself. He says, I'm trying to help you. And Richard says, I get that. Went, thrown the fucking round, and threw it down by a fucking dead girl, split the same fucking TV. This is realistic.
I did not take it from somewhere else. It was logged in. It was taken as a photograph. You think we fucking went, stole the fucking round, threw it down by a fucking dead girl, split the same fucking TV? This is realistic.
The audio is bad. I'm assuming he said this isn't realistic, but this is leakage. I hope you understand what that is at this point. The interviewer, the interrogator, just said, I did not take it from somewhere. It was locked in, probably evidence. It was taking this photograph. You think we fucking went, thrown the fucking round, and threw it down by a fucking dead girl? He is telling you exactly what they did. Richard never made that accusation. So there's no way that that thought could have come into the detective's head. In order for you to think about something, that thought has to either be placed in your head or you have to generate that thought. That thought wasn't placed by Richard. So that means the detective generated that thought. And where did that come from? If the detective thought that Richard did this, why would he be so concerned with this entire story, having thought through, taking it from evidence and throwing it down by the dead girl? He just confessed. I don't even know. I don't know what happened. I don't know any of the evidence. I don't know any of the details. But my analysis of just this statement would be that the subject is innocent and the detective has an agenda, and his agenda has leaked out. The interrogator goes on. So if you were in my seat, again, if you were in my seat, he's asking for help. If you were in my seat, there is no question in my mind, none. The longer this goes on, the more direct he's getting and the more aggressive he's getting. His anger is increasing, which I would expect to see from an innocent person. His answers are direct. There's no deception at all. That's why we're just reading through this, because there's nothing for me to point out. Interrogator, you don't have to say that. And he says, I'm done. This is a contentious point for me. This is a matter of your rights. And when he says I'm done, technically, in order to end an interrogation, the subject has to say that they want a lawyer. If you say I'm done, it's ambiguous as to what you mean by that. When you say that is clearly understood.
Well, listen, poor Sergio, you get a big old hand clap, sir. He said you could clearly see in this interrogation that Humpty Dumpty was drowning. The bitch didn't know how to swim, right? You could clearly see that this Michelin man Humpty Dumpty built bitch in Holman was drowning and he didn't know how to swim. The leak is the bullet. Putting that information out there, Richard didn't say that. Richard didn't say that. That's what Sergio said. That's a fucking Michelin man Humpty Dump built horseshit face looking motherfucker telling on his own goddamn self. Man, we can't make this shit up. We can't make this shit up. Shout out to Miss Jessica in the building. We can't make this shit up. We can't make this shit up. I'm done. You're done. Motherfucker, like he said, when that's like that, then you're supposed to be a lawyer. This bitch right here was trying to cohort, and you could see it clearly. This breakdown was so efficient. Man, this guy, Sergio, man, but you got a new huge fan. Well, let's go to this clip.
So the interrogation should have been over here. Any trained interrogator should know at this point that the subject is innocent. No idea who the actual killer is, but I have stats to fill, and someone has to go down for this, and that's going to be you. That just his own thought process just leaked out in that question. The thought by most interrogators is that if you put your subject under stress and pressure, that the truth is going to leak out of them. And the truth does tend to leak out under pressure, but only when you have diarrhea of the mouth. And right now, that is not coming from the subject. The subject is in complete control, and he's being very direct and honest. The diarrhea of the mouth is coming from the interrogator here. And now he's starting to tell you that he has to pin this on somebody, because you're going to see that a bunch. And then Richard says, okay, Richard Allen has no knowledge of the murders. He is not withholding anything about them. They are not playing in his memory. If they were in his memory, then there would be effects from that would come out in his language, and there aren't any. So this is how I know that either that bullet was somehow accidentally dropped in that location and just happened to be found there, which is statistically so unlikely that I don't want to factor it out completely, but that is not something that I would even consider to be possible, or the police put it there. Now, that is something that I wish wasn't possible. It's something that at this point we have to come to terms with. The only thing that I can think of is that the police must have put that round there in order to try to tie him, who was seen walking on that bridge just because he took a walk earlier in that day. It's literally the only thing that ties him there, and the girls weren't even shot. They were stabbed. There was nothing on his knives. There was no DNA, no blood on the knives. The only thing that he has, at least at this point, I haven't even seen any of the evidence. Like I said, only what I've seen from here. Even though they know that he was in that general area that day, they need something that can tie him to the girls. I mean, did they just pick up the bullet when they looked in his house and put it there? I want to say that that couldn't happen, but if you've seen the documentary To Make a Murderer, there's just so many examples now of times that this is happening. Even the O.J. Simpson case, I mean, there's no question in my mind that he was guilty, but there's also no question in my mind that they staged evidence. Why do that? But it happens. And if the police department planted evidence to put him in there, there's no way that they were just going to leave him alone and not try to get some sort of confession. There's a lot of things they could do to him in there. And he is clearly not the type of man who's cut out to be in jail. So it wouldn't take much to break somebody like that. That's coercion. That's what POWs go through. It's disturbing. This entire course from start to finish is disturbing. It's disturbing on the level of human rights, human dignity. It's disturbing because of what our country is supposed to represent and what our justice system is. It's not functioning the way that it's supposed to.
Last part is disturbing. This is not what our country's supposed to do. But like I say, Don King voice. Only in America, you will see this bullshit like this. You got to be fucking kidding me. Because it's coming to a remembrance when they thought it was him. They went and did a search warrant and stuff like that. And, you know, like with the gun and the bullets. And they said, oh, we found this bullet right here. Bitch, you found that bullet when right there? When? Sergio said it best. They weren't shot, you fucking dummy. They was found. There wasn't no DNA. Your bitch ass put it there. And you know your bitch ass did. You porky pig looking motherfucker. You know you did. And like he said, the great Sergio, he said a man like that ain't supposed to be in jail. You can break him easily. Right? And that's what the fuck they did, right? And now I hate to play this, but Sergio just said a man like that could be in jail. You could break him easily, y'all. And that's what they did. I hate to play it, but check this out.
I need to know if you still love me, baby.
Yes, dear.
Okay. And everybody else will as well? Honey?
Yes.
Because I may have to spend the rest of my life here, or...
Stop talking about it, please. That's not true. Okay? Okay?
I don't understand. I just got to know that everybody's still going to love me.
I love you.
Because I may only be able to see you one last time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you. It's not true.
It's true, honey.
No, it's not.
It's true, honey.
No, it's not. You're not well.
I'm well.
No. No, you're not.
Yes, I am, honey. I just hope that you'll still love me, because I may only, if I get the electric chair, or if I get the death penalty.
No. No, honey, that's not going to happen. No.
If it does, will you be there for me?
It's not going to happen here.
Do what?
Nothing. This isn't right. They messed you up so bad.
It's okay, honey. I did it. I did it, dear.
Stop.
I cannot stop. I've got somebody here listening to me right now, dear.
No, I did it.
That shit, Mama. I have to play that. I just give you a breakdown. Choreographed. Do you still love me, baby? Will everybody still love me, baby? This might be the last time I get to see you, baby. I might get the electric chair. I think I did it. I might have did it, right? I can't stop talking. It's somebody standing next to me, right? Probably gonna give me the electric shock if I don't read this choreographed fucking bullshit they put out. And shout out to the beautiful Nicole. Little Maxwell in the building. Love you to death, sweetheart. Man, look at him, man. That shit breaks my fucking heart. But if I don't, if I don't go through this the way I'm going through it, because I'm not gonna stop. Then this message ain't gonna get received like I think it should get received. I can't stop talking. It's somebody standing right here next to me. Remember, they said, you don't want to drag your wife and child into this. And they did tase him. Oh my God. Okay, so this dude has been broke, ain't been able to talk to his wife for that long. They broke him. And then they mentioned his wife and daughter. They've been talking to him about him. They telling them, motherfucker, if you don't do this, your daughter and your wife gonna be in here just like this, talking to him like that. Like Nick Styro said, keeping the lights on 24 fucking hours. Like Richard said, you know, the stuff that he was eating, he was feeling funny, so he was just drinking coffee and shit. Man, this is... unbelievable, right? Now, we have to get to this bitch ass Porky the Pig looking motherfucker in Holman, right? And let's listen to what the fuck this bitch ass dude said.
What about this idea of another person confessing, or the possibility of someone else saying, my DNA is at the crime scene? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think, yeah, absolutely. You know, somebody saying that if my spit's on at the crime scene, but I can explain that away, doesn't mean that's a clue that we need to go back and talk to that person again. And that person was interviewed multiple times by multiple different people. And his explanation was, he wanted to know, if I spit on the ground and someone scoops that spit up and takes it to a crime scene, would you be able to tell that? That was his explanation.
bullshit, right? Bullshit, right? Because as we're gonna see when I play the beautiful Sloot and Teresa, Sloot Goosey and Teresa, they gonna read the transcript, right? And they gonna let you know this bitch walked back to the police squad and say, hey, if I spit near there and my DNA show up, will they come get me? Do you hear this fucking cocksucker? Listen to this cocksucker again say this.
What about this idea of another person confessing, or the possibility of someone else saying, my DNA is at the crime scene? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think, yeah, absolutely. Somebody saying that if my spit's on at the crime scene, but I can explain that away, doesn't mean that's a clue that we need to go back and talk to that person again. And that person was interviewed multiple times by multiple different people. And his explanation was he wanted to know, if I spit on the ground and someone scoops that spit up and takes it to a crime scene, would you be able to tell that? That was his explanation.
Yeah, I know it's micro brows, but that was a great question she asked, right? And we got to hear his bullshit. Are you fucking kidding me? Right. Because Elvis Fields' bitch ass had a lot to say, right? A lot, right? Oh my God, man. Went back to the police car after they dropped him off from the deposition. Whatever it was. If spit come up on the grave, why the fuck you guilty, bitch? Why you walking back asking the police that, pussy? Why you walking back asking the squad car that? And then you see this motherfucking eyeballs just twiddling and Porky the Pig twiddling. He said that means fucking nothing. And remember, like Classic reminded me, the Archie Bunker looking motherfucking Doug Carter said Holman did a great job. You pussycats. No. Hell no, Classic. Talk your talking her. Oh man, I gotta go check out some of Lawyer Lee. Cause I love Lawyer Lee. Now, let's get to this next clip.
At what point, can I ask you, did you know that Richard Allen was Bridge Guy, or that guy?
I mean, I think once we found Kathy Shanks found the misfiled tip, or however you want to phrase that, we started doing a lot of intelligence gathering and looking into Richard Allen like we would anybody else that we thought was out there on the bridge, either as a witness or as a suspect. And we started putting circumstantial evidence together, leading us to believe that he was Bridge Guy. And then I think,
hold up, what the fuck you say?
At what point, can I ask you, did you know that Richard Allen was Bridge Guy, or that guy?
I mean, I think once we found Kathy Shanks found the misfiled tip, or however you want to phrase that, we started doing a lot of intelligence gathering and looking into Richard Allen like we would anybody else that we thought was out there on the bridge, either as a witness or as a suspect. And we started putting circumstantial evidence together, leading us to believe that he was Bridge Guy. And then I think,
really, you piece of shit, you Humpty Dumpty Michelin Man built pussycat, right? I'll remember your bitch ass supervisor Doug Carter said, "Oh, Betsy." Given the description of a young dude with a fro, right? Oh, that means nothing. That's secondary, right? For the 4 girls that was out there said they seen a young dude. Oh, remember, it was y'all bitch ass. It was a dude online who possibly was connected to Libby and Abigail, right? Who got arrested for child pornography. It was nothing with that pussycat, huh? Nothing, huh? And like I said, all this stuff is coming, like what I've been doing. Y'all see how I'm doing it. This motherfucker and had a clear of Betsy telling him who he seen. 4 girls saying it was a younger dude out there. And like Andrea said, plus the way they were found, the other position they were, the other way they were positioned. But this is diabolical right here, y'all. Followed all the leads. Motherfucker, he worked at the CBS for 5 years and y'all never walked in that bitch. You clear tip. Like classic, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, dildo face? This shit got me angry, y'all. Oh my. The evidence. Where's the motherfucking evidence? Oh my. Real quick, another clip of this pussy.
He was with his wife, and just the way he was dressed to me was odd. He was wearing like sweatpants and a t-shirt, I believe, and he took his coat off and he emptied his pockets. I think he may have had like a lighter and some cigarettes or something, maybe a wallet. I can't remember exactly.
Oh, wait. This is about to end, unfortunately. We only have one more page left.
My bad. I want y'all to remember sweatpants that he said. Remember that. Now let me play this.
He was with his wife, and just the way he was dressed to me was odd. He was wearing like sweatpants and a t-shirt, I believe, and he took his coat off and he emptied his pockets. I think he may have had like a lighter and some cigarettes or something, maybe a wallet. I can't remember exactly, but he emptied his pockets and gave those items to his wife, which most people don't do that. I have had people that I've interviewed in the past and said, hey, I'm going to turn this report over to the prosecutor, and if he decides to issue a warrant, can I call you and you meet me and turn yourself in? And they said, yeah, sure. And when I would call them, that's how they would show up, because I think it's common knowledge that you can't bring personal items into the jail, and more than likely they're going to throw them away or lose them. So to me, from as soon as I engaged with him in the lobby, it was like he thought I was going to arrest him. And at that time, our intentions was just to try to clear up some things and get some explanations for some of the test results that we had and collect his DNA and do some other things. But our intentions weren't to arrest him that day. We were trying to give him the opportunity to explain what's going on. So that was odd. And then during the interview, the majority of the interview, we were both calm. He started cussing at me.
Look how he looking up. Now look how he keep looking up. Now I'm telling y'all, since I've been on this side of the field, all right, I understood by looking at people who examine people's body language, right, and that's what we're gonna go over the next show, right? Because that means something to me. They tell me about the way motherfuckers be looking up and looking like this and doing the things that they doing and shit. Look at him. Look at him. Now look at this right here. Yeah, I see that. Let me read that to y'all. I'm sorry, because it was a video in December 2007. Oh, that was the wrong thing, but he didn't even have no sweatpants on. That's what I knew. And like I said, I apologize, y'all, but I know he didn't have no sweatpants, right? Because I know, like somebody else said, he had that on something else. Fucking liar. This dude is a fucking liar, bro. Oh yeah, Andrea found that out. This piece of shit ass judge didn't even let fucking court in. Let fucking cameras in. Boy, that's crazy work. Didn't even let the cameras in, y'all. Bitch, Bitch, what was the reason your bitch ass didn't let the cameras in? Did y'all see him in this? Right? The way he looking up and his movements in this, I can't wait. And I know the beautiful classic don't send me, because she was telling me, body language, because she texted me that before, about that, on X. We be communicating about a body language person who did a body analyzation of this shit. This is the worst shit I done seen. And let me tell you, I knew nothing about this. I didn't know that this was happening when Karen Reed and Turtle Boy. You know why? Because Karen Reed and Turtle Boy was big news. Right? This was big news too, but they had no agenda to push this shit. They swept it. Right? They swept it. Right? That's why I say people don't give the GOAT the respect he deserves, right? They don't give him the respect he deserves. I don't give a fuck about Karen Reed. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about her. Like, I concur. I hope nothing bad happens to her, but I don't give a fuck about her. Right? And I say that and I mean it. And, people can take that how they want to take it. Right? For what he did, and I came over ferociously about that. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about her. I mean that. Because of her actions. Boy, I wish Richard Allen had a Turtle Boy. I wish Richard Allen had a Turtle Boy. But the case was going on in his state. Turtle Boy handled that. That's why I say, bro, that's why I respect the GOAT with the highest, bro. Like, bro, it ain't nothing. Nobody could tell me about the fucking GOAT. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Or what you sorry motherfucker I say. What this man did is fucking legendary. And that will not get untold. That's why I came in out of fucking control like a maniac, but on the right side doing good. Because I came in because he was getting attacked. The OG was getting attacked. Everybody was getting attacked. Right, when he did this for this woman, right? And this the motherfucking thanks he get. See, like I said, this shit pissing me off because I think about Richard Allen now. And wish he had somebody like Turtle Boy. Right? I wish. And then I think about how ungrateful that fucking side that he helped, right? That Turtle Boy put his fucking life on the line for, bro. That shit make me sick to my fucking stomach. Like I said, I may have addressed things wrong when it came to that woman, called her names and stuff like that. Yeah, I apologize for that, but I meant every word of it. I won't say it again because I have to understand what she was going through, but I can't understand, right? Her not understanding what the fucking GOAT did for her. That's just unfucking acceptable. They had a fucking movement out there for her. Right? Special hand up. Everybody wearing pink on the strength of him. Right? Making noise in this case. Because she was getting framed. And Helen Keller say, Morrissey is the one who they make a phone call to, and he covers everything up. It's all about favors, who you know, who you're related to. It's fucking scary. That's why I don't give a fuck about that Karen Reed. So I don't. I'm sorry, I wish nothing bad on her. I'm happy she's free. But respect what? What she did and still doing? The fuck up she showed up at court for the go. What type of moment would that would have been? Man, please. Man, please. Good fuck with nobody say or how nobody feel it. It's just the truth. We'll never get over that. This man still going through what he fucking going through, bro. Facing 90 fucking years and shit. Motherfuckers attacking him left and right because of her situation, which he was doing his job, right? But it's because of her situation. It's the motherfucking thanks he get. You don't think Richard Allen and his family would be grateful if they had a turtle boy? Yeah, I just don't know how special the goat is. I call him the goat. Come on, man. And I didn't even know about this case. This is all coming to me now, and we got a lot more to get to. I'm sorry. I have to cut it short if everybody could take it. I'll get time out to cut it short because I ain't even through a lot of it yet because I'm pissed, right? Because it's coming to my mind how trifling the situation was. Now, shout out to Classic again, right? Because, like I said, she helped me out a lot on this case, just like everybody else is in the chat. But man, you know, she been helping me get through, and I'm reaching out to her, asking her questions, just setting the play like she is the point guard, right? The perfect point guard. But her assist game is crazy. She putting out triple doubles. Hold on, I'm just going through it real quick. So now, and so now we finna go over okay, so now I know we're finna go. So let me get my thoughts together, right? I know we got, okay, so look. So now we finna go over, right? Todd Click, right? Fernsey and Murphy's work. Everything had to go through the unified command, Holman and etc., all the top dogs. And they did nothing. They ignored them three dudes who was on this case. They ignored him. They ignored them maliciously. Well, this is nasty work, y'all. Just hope I got all of them. Make sure. I might not got all of them, but I think I do. Let me see. The first one is this one right here. And I might just have to read the last one to y'all, right? So, because I know y'all can barely see them, so let me read it to y'all. At the top, it says, State of Indiana, the Carl Court, the Carl Circuit Court, Allen. It's an advocate of Todd Click, right? He said, I'm a 50-year-old male who currently lives in Rushville, Indiana. I was employed with the Rushville Police Department beginning on February of 2001. I served as the Assistant Chief Police to Rushville Department from January 1st, 2012 to December 31st, 2019. I retired from the Bushville Police Department on December 31st, 2023. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice with an emphasis of forensic psychology. In June 2018, I was I don't know who this is. This is an advocate for Todd Click. He said, in June 2018, I was approached by Detective Greg Ferncy and Detective Kelvin Murphy regarding the Delphi murders. Both Detectives Ferncy and Detective Murphy were interested in communicating with individuals in the Rushville area that they believed may have been involved in the murders. During the briefing, Detective Ferncy, I was told, this is in the pink, y'all. I know that's probably the wrong one, don't worry about y'all. I'm gonna get to it. The Detective Ferncy, I'm gonna read it to y'all, so just follow with me. Detective Ferncy, I was told that the behavior analysis unit of the FBI determined that the individuals responsible for the homicides were involved in Nordic beliefs. Detective Ferncy informed me that there was a group of individuals that called Vinlanders, right? The practice Odinism and Viking-like beliefs that resided in the Rushville area. Detective Ferncy further informed me that the Vinlanders formed after the breakup of a white supremacy group called Outlaw Hammerskins. That's very important, y'all. It's very important because they given the information, right? They given the information, right? Okay, they giving the information. Don't worry about just don't worry about this. I'm just just got to look up, but I'm reading that they're giving the information. Now look at this. They said, I also recall being frustrated because we as police officers were allowed to take any material investigative actions without first reaching up to the chain of commands and getting the permission of the unified command. Right? He said, myself, Detective Murphy, and Detective Ferncy became aware of statements made by suspects Elvis Fields that contained information that was unique to the crime scene, excuse me, y'all, not shared with the public and therefore of interest to the investigators. Well, this is diabolical. Let me keep going. I'm sorry, let me need some water in a minute. Some of these statements were made to relatives of Elvis Fields, as well as, excuse me, y'all, as well as particularly troubling statements made to Detective Kevin Murphy, in which Elvis Fields mentioned the possibility of law enforcement authorities finding. Oh my! Oh, we got more. This is Todd Click. Now he says, during the course of our investigation, we decided to seek permission from the Unified Command to obtain a search warrant for the home of Elvis Fields and his sister Joyce Moffitt, based on some of the incriminating statements made by Elvis Fields previously referenced in this advocate. I was told by Detective Ferncy that he would have to make the request on the to the Unified Command, on the Unified Command. I never reached any further information / response from Detective Ferncy or anyone else regarding the status of our request for a search warrant, meaning in Elvis Field in his sister house, right? Right? So y'all just follow me. I'm sorry. He said, I then decided to seek private counsel to determine how I could communicate. Oh my. Let me see something. Let me see. So basically, y'all see this, right? So basically, y'all understand. Let me put this thumbnail back up now, because that's what we have with it. So basically, y'all understand. Todd Click, Detective Ferncy, and Kevin Murphy, right? They was trying to give them this information, but they told them that they had to go through a unified command that hadn't passed on all their work. And little did Todd Click know, like Classic told me, McClelland is just as corrupt, right? And remember, the spit comments to Murphy and Holman, to Murphy, right? And then Holman's ridiculous excuse, right? Let's go back to it, because I'm telling you, I'm play-by-play by this. I'm learning. Watch this. I think, which one was it?
He was with his wife, and just the way he was dressed, to me, was odd. He was wearing like sweatpants and a t-shirt, I believe.
What about this idea of another person confessing, or the possibility of someone else saying, my DNA is at the crime scene? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think, yeah, absolutely. Somebody saying that if my spit's on at the crime scene, but I can explain that away, doesn't mean that's a clue that we need to go back and talk to that person again. And that person was interviewed multiple times by multiple different people. And his explanation was, he wanted to know, if I spit on the ground and someone scoops that spit up and takes it to a crime scene, would you be able to tell that? That was his explanation.
Did you hear this bullshit? Now listen. He said, what if my spit is on the crime scene? That's what Elvis Field said, right? Oh, that's ridiculous. Anybody could be walking through there. Oh, but didn't Richard Allen tell his wife he was there? And they said they should call the police and tell them, and they did that. That was a conscious to know. I was there. This dude walking back to you said, let you know my spit might be. Look at this ridiculous son of a bitch.
What about this idea of another person confessing, or the possibility of someone else saying, my DNA is at the crime scene? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think, yeah, absolutely. Somebody saying that if my spit's on at the crime scene, but I can explain that away, doesn't mean that's a clue that we need to go back and talk to that person again. And that person was interviewed multiple times by multiple different people. And his explanation was, he wanted to know, if I spit on the ground and someone scoops that spit up and takes it to
fuck up. Shut your bitch ass up, fam. Shut your bitch ass up. Right? Shut your bitch ass up. But this is the most egregious shit I've seen in my life. He talking about DNA, right? DNA, you cocksucker. DNA, right, you cocksucker, right? Remember what Sloot and them told us, right? About the DNA that was found in the hair and stuff like that. And what this next one about? Okay, Ferncy and Murphy interviews family members. Ex-girlfriend, mother of Elvis Jr. states that Elvis was fascinated with railroad trestles. He tried to get her to cross one near residence several times. Daughter Tiffany stated that Elvis became enraged when he found out she was having a child with a Hispanic male. Daughter also stated that she was at Elvis' apartment once he lived in Cornersville. He claimed there were demons in his closet. He then ran outside with a knife, yelling on the street he would kill any African American that he saw. Tiffany recalled that mom was upset that Elvis had money to go to Lafayette, Indiana, but no money to pay child support. Right? Look, this is for instance, say this is Murphy's interview with family members, ex-girlfriend and his daughter. Let's continue. Elvis, wants to go home. Murphy drops off Elvis at his residence in Trailer Park. Elvis exits car and starts walking towards his trailer. Then Elvis turns around, comes back to Murphy's car. Elvis asks Murphy that if spit's found on one of the girls, but he could explain it away, he'd still be in trouble. Are you fucking? Why would fucking spit be found on the girl? Why would a sane motherfucker say that shit? Let's continue, y'all. On January 2018, interview with Mary Jacobs by IS Trooper. And I think Mary is, one of his sisters, I think. Jacob states on February 14th, 2017, he told she picked Elvis up at his trailer park and took him back to her house. The purpose of this was Elvis was going to work on Jacob's vehicle engine. Jacob says that Elvis was rambling, hyper, and borderline incoherent. Elvis was talking about having a brother and being part of a gang now. States he was on a bridge with two girls that were killed. Tells her Abigail was a pain in the ass and a troublemaker. She said that Elvis tried to give her a blue jacket he had in his possession. She was unaware of any missing or murdered girls and refused to take the jacket, telling him she had her own jacket. Yeah, this is her sister. This is sister saying this. Let's continue. According to Mary, same thing. But then it was another part where I think she put a recording in there, right? To record him and got him to say that, like I said, y'all. And he, like Skin Row said, keep in mind, he said this all before the girls was even found. And like I said, I know that I'm I'm getting it, but I know I'm not giving y'all it, but I know I'm touching it, but trust me, everything will be there, right? Now look, now it's time to go. Like I said, this dude is a fucking idiot. And Elvis feels a fucking idiot, right? Because if we put this thumbnail up, he started mentioning, they're gonna say these names, they're gonna say Ned, Johnny Messer, all of this. There's a lot of stuff that I ain't got in here that we is gonna bring back, right? Like I know, like I got this right here where it say Holder and Elvis Nas from Facebook pics. Look at that. Look at that. This one right here, where Holder and Elvis brace knuckles Facebook pics. Look at that. Check this out. Holder and Elvis Arrowhead Facebook pics. Look at this. And it's all plays into the crime scene. Check this out. Holder and Elvis Facebook Creek pics. Look at this shit. And also look at this right here. This was if a tree falls in the woods, right? And I think this was something that they put on Facebook. Like, look at this bullshit, right? And look, this is the ugly motherfucker right here, right? Because if you look on her, it says, right? If you look, right? In the world, if the world ever came to an end, I would hide where you couldn't see me. I am there and you know it. In front line. Amen. Right? But basically, yeah, this was Brad Holder's Facebook page I was showing y'all, and he was copying off of that, right? Now, going back into this, I want y'all to understand. This dude named Joshua Trago, I know I'm probably saying his name wrong, but shout out to Nerdy Addicts with Eva. They had him on there, right? And remember, Holman bitch ass, did an interview with Turco, but he tried to keep them away, Turco away, who was giving them information on this about how this isn't Odinism or to the extremists. This is fanboy type shit, right? Fanboy, right? But remember, he held that away until the Frank memo came out, right? And then all of a sudden, after a month and a half, right, they called them, the Frank memo, he said, came out on September the 18th, September the 19th. Guess what? Oh, we found them. But remember before that, when he was trying to get information from, I'm talking about Attorney Baldwin. Oh, we might not ever find them. That's what Holman bitch ass was telling me. Right? Boy, this shit is diabolical. This shit makes me sick to my fucking stomach. Look at this fucking smush face. This motherfucker look like the fucking Michael Myers looking motherfucker. Look at him. Look at this Michael Myers looking bitch. Get your ugly ass off stage, right? Now, what we finna go to right now is the beautiful Sloot and Teresa, right? Because they did a hell of a breakdown on reading the deposition, right? And like I said, he's so stupid, it make you laugh at his dumb ass. We know the situation isn't, but he fucking incriminates himself like that. And remember, before I play this, remember what this dude said right here in Holman. He said this.
What about this idea of another person confessing, or the possibility of someone else saying, my DNA is at the crime scene? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think, yeah, absolutely. Somebody saying that if my spit's at the crime scene, but I can explain that away, doesn't mean that's a clue that we need to go back and talk to that person again, and that person.
So it doesn't mean that they have to go back and talk to that person again. When this motherfucker was Elvis Fields, the Brad dude was put, shout out to the beautiful, pretty Kookie in the building. The Elvis dude and the fucking Brad dude was putting up images that was like emulating the fucking crime scene. Man, we can't make this shit up. And shout out to Skin Row, they said they had no idea who the professor was. A week later, Holman says to the professor, we've been trying to find to find the time to talk to you for 3 weeks now. Yeah, man, this shit right here, boy, this is the worst shit I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Just because a person say his DNA is there, right? Maybe there. Oh, that fucker said that. That fucker was putting up all type of incriminating evidence, right? Doing all of that shit. We knew that this wasn't did by no extremists because the fucking crime scene was fucked up. I forgot to put, and I'm gonna get that. That's gonna all be coming in when I show. And I'm sorry, Classic, I forgot to put that up. I'm not supposed to show what was that called? Don't tell me, Classic. I got it. I was supposed to show also the two little sticks, the red one sticking out of her hair. Right? And Skin Russell, they never did question him again after he said that because he had a lawyer. They didn't even execute the search warrant that Murphy got. But this is diabolical. Now remember, this bitch ass dude said DNA, right? Right, yeah, Brad hold the bitch ass the general. This bitch ass dude said DNA, right? And I know y'all, I'm getting it, right? So when he say DNA, I think about, before I get the Sloop, Gossi and I'm sorry, I don't know who that other, Teresa. So I'm so excited because this shit it's like going through my head a million miles an hour, right? Because I want to make these points. He say DNA, just because a person tell us a DNA, hold the fuck up. Oh, just because a person tell you that. Hold up. Now watch the beautiful Andrea and the beautiful Sloop break down what they didn't do with the DNA. And remember, they going to tell you the DNA was in them. It was skin. It was hair. Watch this.
Well, you know, there's kind of an elephant in the room with the crime scene for me that you know, I got some serious concerns about how it was handled, and it's well, you know, there's kind of an elephant in the room with the crime scene for me that you know, I got some serious concerns about how it was handled, and it's the combination of, you know, we've got all this male DNA on the girls, on the clothes, in places it shouldn't be, including the underwear. But then we also have these presumptive positive tests for semen.
Yeah.
And you know, these are not. Yes, inside from the cervical swab.
Yes.
And so these are you know, these are not foolproof tests. Like, these have an error rate, certainly. But like, the probability of getting a false positive on both of them seems quite low. And then when you combine that with the presence of this other male DNA, that we're happy to just explain that away as you know, meaning nothing, because it doesn't you know, fit our theory of the case. But you know, circumstantially, it raises some very significant questions for me. And so I don't know how in this day and age, you know, that their explanation at trial is, well, you know, these are degraded samples. They were insufficient for comparison. There's not enough information available. You can do whole genome sequencing now, and it's like, it's kind of specifically for that. Like, what it's good for is being able to extract a lot more usable information out of like small quantities of DNA for identification purposes. And so to me, if you're not pursuing that with this male DNA that you recovered from the clothing, particularly from the underwear, I think it's just clear that you don't actually want an answer to that question.
Yeah. At some point, did nobody say, we have this male DNA, if we figure out whose male DNA this is, and like I said, like with Libby, it's her bare skin.
They swabbed a lot, and there's a lot of DNA on her.
I have a problem with saying that it's from the laundry, from the male household members.
I do too.
have a problem with that in terms of like sexual assault victims. You know, what do you do if you have a child in a house and there's an accusation like that, and a test is done and it comes back positive, and then the laundry. Now you turn around, now you're saying it's from the laundry. So one of two things is true. Either you are going to let people get away with sexually assaulting people, including children, or the laundry explanation is bullshit, because I've never heard an interrogation, a trial, where they did anything but suggest that the reason that DNA would be on so-and-so's underwear or bra or whatever is that they had to have touched them. They had to have put fluids on them.
Never seen a prosecution where they were so eager to explain away the presence of so much DNA. Like, it's unheard of. Like, for them to even acknowledge that like DNA is transferable is kind of, you know, it's like holy grail, because they never do that for all these reasons. They're finding a tiny little, you know, trace amount, and they're wanting to use that to establish something, you know, real significant. This one, they were bending over backwards.
Yeah, and shout out to Stephanie Fields too, right? Because she's the one who did the polygraph test on one of the sisters. Then she ended up being killed. I remember Classic told me that. And like Skin Row just said, Ray, and the generals was telling me about that earlier too, right? That there are at least 15 murders and suspicious deaths to people involved in this case. And shout out to Get Real in the building. I appreciate you being here. And everybody, if y'all here, please like, share, subscribe if you like the comment, if you like the content. Can y'all help me get these algorithms up? It would be greatly appreciated. But see, remember, we heard them talk about DNA inside them. Like I messed up with that a while ago with the horns. They put like horns in the hair. See, I forgot to say that, but it's gonna all come. I ain't gonna forget next time, right? Right? Look, they talk about the DNA inside them, in their skin, right? Hair. And they want to fucking tell us this come from laundry. Okay, so this comes from laundry, so y'all ain't gonna look up to see if this is a fucking sexual assault that's going on? Is we not doing that? Is we not doing that? We're not doing that. They didn't curl about that. But look, they didn't curl about that. They wanted to prove this. Now watch this. Watch what this bitch say. I cannot get over this bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah, man, say, oh man, I hear, okay, I'm so happy. Now watch this bitch ass motherfucker say, the dude said, hey man, if you find some of my DNA on the girls, like whoop-de-whoop, watch this shit, this bitch ass Porky the Pig, I need some cheetah in the middle of my fucking balding ass head, Humpty Dumpty, Michelin Man built bitch said this.
What about this idea of another person confessing, or the possibility of someone else saying, my DNA is at the crime scene? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Absolutely. Somebody saying that if my spit's on at the crime scene, but I can explain that away, doesn't mean that's a clue that we need to go back and talk to that person again. And that person was interviewed multiple times by multiple different people. And his explanation was he wanted to know, if I spit on the ground and someone scoops that spit up and takes it to a crime scene, would you be able to tell that? That was his explanation.
Are you fucking kidding me? Shout out to Donovan in the building. Man, salute to Donovan in the building. Skimbo say he killed Stephanie, killed her 16-year-old daughter, still haven't solved that one either. It's another case of Holman that he has made zero progress on yet. Crime McCon named him detective. Ain't this a bitch? Now, do y'all see that? This dude said, right, that the fucking dude coming back, guilty fucking conscience, saying, oh, if my piss is found on the girls, will that mean something? Oh, he came back in. Oh, he talked to multiple detectives. Oh, really? So they trying to say this is a dude who got all his sense in the fucking world, right? They saying this ugly Michael Myers looking bitch, like this bitch look like the Sandman, like his face fucking melting. Look at this ugly motherfucker. Look at this ugly motherfucker. This motherfucker look like his face melt. Look at this ugly bitch. Look at this ugly, demented looking motherfucker. Look at this ugly Michael Myers, like slimy, melted face looking piece of shit. Look at this bitch. Fuck looking at that ugly motherfucker. Now, this is where it goes to the beautiful Sloop and Teresa. Salute to them. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Sloop Goosey, right? Because she is the truth. And this right here, look, and I'm gonna just go break the last little part. They said it was people in their chat, right? I don't know who it was, right? And this ain't nothing to them, but this shit is hilarious. Her and this ugly motherfucker, this melty face looking bitch, in this deposition or interview, whatever the fuck it was, because they finna read it. You got to laugh and see how fucking ignorant this bitch is, right? And I know y'all done seen this before, right? But I just want to react of what I see. Watch this shit, y'all. This is diabolical.
When was the last time that you remember, if ever, talking to the police about the Delphi case?
I'm shaking my head.
Have you ever talked to the police about the Delphi case?
No.
You don't remember talking to the police and the FBI and getting in a room?
Remember, that's Sloop and saying something to the other woman, just one playing the police and one playing the dumb fucking Michael Myers, melty face looking piece of shit. Oh my God, that just made me sick to my stomach looking at that ugly motherfucker. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I just wanted to explain that to y'all. I know y'all probably already know, but it'd probably be one person on here who don't know that they reading his statement that he did or deposition with us. But listen to this ignorant bitch. Oh, Sloopy playing Elvis. Okay, let's go.
When was the last time that you remember, if ever, talking to the police about the Delphi case?
I'm shaking my head.
Have you ever talked to the police about the Delphi case?
No.
You don't remember talking to the police and the FBI and getting in a room?
Yeah.
Tell me what you remember about that.
Nothing really.
What jobs, if any, have you had over the last 10 years? Have you had a steady job?
No.
Tell me some of the jobs that you've done.
Odd jobs?
Ned Smith. Would that be considered an odd job, or is that?
No.
That's more steady?
Yes.
What do you go for, Ned?
for whatever he needs.
Give me some ideas of what you do.
Seal coating.
What do you do specifically?
Broom.
You've been trained to do that, I guess?
Is this real life? Yes.
You've been trained to broom. Who trained you, sir? No, what else are you trained to? I heard you're good at mechanical stuff. Is that true?
Yes.
Is that all kinds of things like cars, small motors?
Small motors, big motors. But that was in my past. I still like to work on them, yes.
Like if I had a problem with my lawnmower, I could come to you and you might be able to fix it?
Yes.
Is that something you actually earn money doing?
No.
Why would you do it then?
Just something I like to do.
Do people know you're good at that?
Some people, yes.
Would they come to you and ask you to help out? It's always tough to find a guy nowadays. Once there's a guy that everybody knows, sometimes I think they go to him and say, hey, I heard you're good at small motors. Were you the guy in Rushville that did some of that?
No.
But helped family and friends, maybe?
Yes.
All right. Did Ned Smith talk to you about how to answer questions today for today's deposition?
No.
What hobbies do you have other than working on small motors, if any?
I like glass, porcelain, but that's an old antique hobby.
How are you? Are you on any social media?
No.
I know you were on Facebook at one time. Are you no longer on Facebook?
No.
Why not?
Just don't interest me.
I've asked the same question to everybody I've talked to. And I'm going to ask the same question here about, do you know these people? Okay.
No.
You haven't heard me.
I answered.
I know. The first one you were going to know. I'm pretty sure you know is Rod Abrams. Do you know Rod Abrams?
Yes.
Do you know Ned Smith?
Yes.
Do you know a guy named Josh Harrison?
No.
Peter Dunn?
No.
Benny Cameron?
No.
Matt Busberg?
No.
Or Ed Hunt?
Nope.
Douglas Ed Hunt?
No.
Listen, but it's comical listening to this piece of shit. Shout out to the beautiful Kayla_Jones 2127. She's in the building. Listen, now I told y'all this is a serious matter, right? But this shit right here is comical. To hear this fucking dude lie like he lying, right? And they reaction to it. This is spectacular, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all. Okay, look, I'm not gonna keep doing this. But I gotta let y'all hear this. What'd you say? We great, Caleb. Good morning to you. Tippecanoe County and surrounding ones. I don't know. Yeah, but this shit right here make you laugh. How fucking stupid of a fool he is, right? But let me play this first one one more time, and then I'm gonna go through. I'm sorry, y'all.
When was the last time that you remember, if ever, talking to the police about the Delphi case?
I'm shaking my head.
Have you ever talked to the police about the Delphi case?
No.
You don't remember talking to the police and the FBI and getting in a room?
Yeah.
Tell me what you remember about that.
Nothing really.
What jobs, if any, have you had over the last 10 years? Have you had a steady job?
No.
Tell me some of the jobs that you've done.
Odd jobs?
Ned Smith. Would that be considered an odd job, or is that...
No.
That's more steady?
Yes.
What do you go for? What do you go for, Ned?
Whatever he needs.
Give me some ideas of what you do.
Seal coating.
What do you do specifically?
Broom.
You've been trained to do that, I guess?
Is this real life? Yes.
You've been trained to broom. Who trained you, sir? No, what else are you trained to? I heard you're good at mechanical stuff. Is that true?
Yes.
Is that all kinds of things like cars, small motors?
Small motors, big motors. But that was in my past. I still like to work on them, yes.
Like if I had a problem with my lawnmower, I could come to you and you might be able to fix it?
Yes.
Is that something you actually earn money doing?
No.
Why would you do it then?
Just something I like to do.
Do people know you're good at that?
Some people, yes.
Would they come to you and ask you to help out? It's always tough to find a guy nowadays. Once there's a guy that everybody knows, sometimes I think they go to him and say, hey, I heard you're good at small motors. Were you the guy in Rushville that did some of that?
No.
But helped family and friends, maybe?
Yes.
All right. Did Ned Smith talk to you about how to answer questions today for today's deposition?
No.
What hobbies do you have other than working on small motors, if any?
I like glass, porcelain, but that's an old antique hobby.
How are you? Are you on any social media?
No.
I know you were on Facebook at one time. Are you no longer on Facebook?
No.
Why not?
Just don't interest me.
I've asked the same question to everybody I've talked to. And I'm going to ask the same question here about, do you know these people? Okay.
No.
You haven't heard me.
I answered.
I know. The first one you were going to know. I'm pretty sure you know is Rod Abrams. Do you know Rod Abrams?
Yes.
Do you know Ned Smith?
Yes.
Do you know a guy named Josh Harrison?
No.
Peter Dunn?
No.
Benny Cameron?
No.
Matt Busberg?
No.
Or Ed Hunt?
Nope.
Douglas Ed Hunt?
No.
Oh man, she just said no real quick. She was being funny. I'll take that as, because then she answered the questions after that get real. But this motherfucker said he was trained to broom. Think about that. Think about this sick, ugly, melted Michael Myers face looking bitch. He said he ain't talked to no police. Oh, so your bitch ass don't remember talking to the police? Oh, you fix lawnmowers. Do you get paid to do that? Nope. Well, why don't you get paid? It's just something I like to do. Like I said, it will make you laugh to hear this shit. This ain't no funny situation, but this was absolutely perfect. Right? And it is laughable. And you should get a laugh out of hearing this shit. Right?
Know him as one or the other. Larry L.K. Speedle?
No.
Denny Hammond?
A little bit, but no.
What do you mean by that? You know him or you don't know him?
Just facial. But I don't know him. I don't know him.
Facial?
I'm hot.
Have you ever had a conversation with him?
Oh, no.
How about Johnny Messer?
No.
Brad Holder?
No.
Jay Carpenter?
No.
Jason Carpenter?
No.
Jason J. Carpenter?
No.
Eric Abernathy.
No.
Josh Christman.
No.
Patrick Westfall.
No.
Billy Messer.
Know of him, but no.
You just recognize facially? You know of Billy. Have you ever met him?
I met him, but no, I don't know him.
How many times do you think you've met Billy Messer?
Billy Messer?
Yeah.
I've known him for a while.
Okay. I want to be clear. Did you think I meant Johnny Messer there?
That's what I thought said.
That's what I thought said. I said Billy Messer, and I want to be correct here. Do you know Billy Messer?
Yes.
How do you know Billy Messer?
He's an old friend.
How well do you know him?
Not real well. He's just an old friend.
Oh God, this is like reminiscent of Karen Reed. Levels of friendship. Did you just from time to time hang out?
Yes.
When was the last time you talked to Billy Messer?
A long time.
Did you ever like to go anywhere with Billy Messer, to the state fair or anything like that?
No.
Okay, that's a random ass question to ask and then come up with a no. Like, he obviously knows he went to the fucking state fair with him. Did you ever live with Billy Messer?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Just, I lived with him. There was nothing special or nothing. We weren't engaged or married.
He's not that guy. You know that guy? That guy? Yeah, he's not that guy.
Oh, God.
How long did you live with Billy Messer?
I don't know exactly how long. A couple of months.
Where was that?
Over on 3rd Street.
Whose place was it?
I guess it was Billy Messer and Sandra Thompson.
Who is she?
That used to be his girlfriend.
Are they still together?
No. That I know of, no.
Do you know if Billy Messer and Johnny Messer are related?
No.
Did you ever see Billy Messer and Johnny Messer in the same room together?
No, just like you never saw All Eyes and Sleuthy Goosey in the same room together.
You don't know All Eyes. Stop it.
I just lived with her for a while.
There's nothing special. There's nothing special. Do you know some guy that they call Dougie? Have you ever heard of Dougie?
No.
What about Josh Stevenson? Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Todd Click?
I've heard of him.
How do you know?
I don't know him. I heard the name.
You don't know who he is as you sit there?
I'm shaking my head.
Is that a no?
No.
Taylor Hornaday. Do you know Taylor Hornaday?
No.
Robert Thomas?
No.
Did Ned Smith ever talk to you or Rod Abrams about joining a club?
Never. No.
Do you know if Ned Smith knows Johnny Messer?
Don't know. No.
Does Rod Abrams know Johnny Messer?
No. I can't answer that either. I don't know.
You've never talked to Ned Smith about Johnny Messer?
No.
Have you ever talked to Rod Abrams about Johnny Messer?
No.
Do you have any idea why I'm bringing Johnny Messer's name up?
No.
Why did you tell a police officer named Kevin Murphy that if spit is found on one of the girls, but you can't explain it away, or you can explain it away, would you still be in trouble? Why did you ask that question of Kevin Murphy?
Didn't.
You never said that?
No.
Do you remember being given a DNA swab in your cheek?
Yes.
And they talked to you about what DNA is. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And after that was over, there was one of those officers that drove you back to your place. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So you heard this ignorant son of a bitch. And shout out to Skin Row. Yeah, Classic gonna get that to him. I definitely come over there and kick it with y'all for real. This ignorant motherfucker. And I know these are all lies, right? They say Keith and Boobs are fucking hilarious. And the chat is usually absolute fire. Salute, I can't wait. Right? You know all of these is fucking lies. They lies, y'all. I know that now. And I'm new to this shit. Right? I know that now and I'm new to this. This fucking ugly, melted face, Michael Myers looking bitch. Right? And this shit is this shit right here, man, make you wanna just slap the shit out them motherfuckers up there, man. Oh, y'all. I do need to get some water real quick, y'all. And while I get some water, I'm finna play the beautiful, pretty cookie blue curtains. Please, y'all, don't go nowhere. I'll be back in just a jip.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once
sing.
Now silent it lies. The sky holds no.
Man, shout out to the beautiful, pretty kooky, and we back, y'all. Give me some water in there, I'm sorry. So let's continue to the next clip of this deposition of whatever it is. Like, let's get to it.
And you got out of the vehicle. Do you remember getting out of the vehicle and going into your house?
Yes.
And do you remember turning back around and coming back to the officer that dropped you off and asking him that question about if the spit is found on one of the girls, but you can explain it away, would you still be in trouble?
No.
That never happened?
No.
Have you ever somewhat remembered that conversation?
No.
I know you're not on Facebook now, but back when you were, how many different Facebook pages did you have?
Oh, this is a damn lie. Just one that I used.
And what kind of things would you? I'm not on Facebook, so I don't really know when I say the word post. I think that means when you write stuff on there and you send it, and a lot of people can see it.
Pictures, decorations.
Has anyone ever mimicked your Facebook page or the things that you put on your Facebook page?
No. I got a lot of likings on some old pictures and stuff.
Did you follow Brad Holder and mimic his stuff? Or did Brad Holder mimic your stuff?
Mine.
So Brad Holder mimicked your posts on Facebook. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you tell me the kind of things that Brad Holder was mimicking on your Facebook?
I know a couple of times when I posted something on Facebook, he would post the same things.
Like what?
Like my porcelains and stuff like that.
For those of us who don't know what porcelains are, tell me what a porcelain is.
Well, it's more of a women's product, but a man's product too, like aftershave, the glass porcelain jars like Old Spice. I have a question. I also seen on my Facebook page a picture of me, my tattoos. I don't have tattoos on my chest.
That was on your Facebook page?
Yeah, I seen it.
How did that get on there?
I don't know, but I seen it.
You don't have any tattoos?
I could show you.
Oh, no. I believe you.
I don't have tattoos on my chest.
So I'm going to hand you Defendant's Exhibit 4. Can you tell me what that is?
Yes.
What's that?
A picture, excuse me, with a knife and a mason jar.
Is that your picture?
Yes.
And you posted that on Facebook?
Yes.
A minute ago, you said that Brad Holder was following you. Do you remember saying that?
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about, Brad Holder?
Yes.
So you know that that's Brad Holder's Facebook page, right? Yes?
Yes.
What did you think of that? Why did you think he was doing that?
Well, it's like he was knocking me.
How would he know that you are alive, Brad Holder? How would he know that you're alive and not just some dead guy?
I don't know.
How would he even know this?
I don't know.
But you did notice it back in 2015, 2016, correct?
Yes.
Why did you think he was mocking you? Do you have any idea?
Nope.
Did you ever try to find out?
No.
Have you ever talked to him?
No.
But you are aware of who he is?
Somewhat. Just the name, yes. But know him? No, I don't.
And you knew what his name was or who he was at least back then, by name back then. Is that correct?
If I could ask you to clarify what back then means.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll just move on. I don't know why I'm not clarifying. I could just clarify. What?
Oh, wait, man. You don't got Facebook? You do got Facebook? Or somebody put a picture of you on Facebook with tattoos? Well, that's not you, but you don't got this. You don't know him. You don't know this and that. Somebody putting up porcelains and all this other stuff and old spices. You say, and they mocking you. You don't know this. This is diabolical. And this is the guy, y'all, who this motherfucker right here said this about this Porky the Pig looking bitch in horse shit.
What about this idea of another person confessing, or the possibility of someone else saying, my DNA is at the crime scene? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think, yeah, absolutely. Somebody saying that if my spit's on at the crime scene, but I can explain that away, doesn't mean that's a clue that we need to go back and talk to that person again. And that person was interviewed multiple times by multiple different people. And his explanation was he wanted to know, if I spit on the ground and someone scoops that spit up and takes it to a crime scene, would you be able to tell that? That was his explanation.
This is a dude who was a bitch ass motherfucker, right? Who gave that ugly Sandman melted face looking son of a bitch credibility. Oh, he's great. Not a problem. Oh, well, don't worry about if you're pissed. You coming back and asking, hey, what if I peed on the girls? What? Let's go to the next clip, y'all.
I don't know why I'm not clarifying. I could just clarify. What? So I want to find out a little bit about your family. How many siblings do you have, brothers and sisters?
3.
Who are they?
Well, there's Joyce. She's the oldest. Lisa, she's passed away. Mary, and me.
And I've heard this about Lisa, that she went missing. Is she missing or she actually died?
I don't know if she died or not. She lived over in Ohio.
Jesus Christ. Why do you think she did die?
I don't know if she's alive or dead.
You just said that she's passed away. Have you ever belonged to a white supremacist group?
No.
How do you feel about being proud of being white? Is that something you have an issue with? Or do you think that's okay?
I'm not racist.
What kind of question is that? How do you feel proud of being white? Is that something you have an issue with? Like of being, that he's white?
Well, being proud of being white.
That's a weird question. I don't think that people have to be considered racist if they're proud of their own heritage.
Right.
Have you ever subscribed to, like, I'm proud to be a white person, just like a black person would be proud to be black? Have you ever been a part of that kind of thinking?
No.
Do you know who Jay Carpenter is?
No.
Did you ever get paid $20 or some amount of money to load semis with?
No.
With those guys?
No.
Do you even know there's a Flynn's Livestock in Rushville? Have you ever heard of that?
We used to have a hog barn, but no, I've never been to it.
Did you ever used to ride with an Ed Hunt or Eric Abernathy or Josh Chrisman?
No.
Tell me what you know about Danny Hammond.
He's an old friend.
When was the last time you talked to him?
A long time.
Like before 2016 or since 2016?
After that.
After that. Okay. Have you ever done any work with him?
No.
Have you ever seen anyone arrange sticks on bodies in a certain way?
No.
Have you ever heard of Odinism?
No.
Or Vinlander? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Have you ever heard of acid trip?
No.
How much do you know about the Delphi case?
Don't.
Do you know the names of the girls that were killed?
No.
Where were you on February 13th, 2017? Do you remember the day that the girls went missing?
Home.
How do you know you were at home?
I ain't stupid. I know where I'm at. I was at home. Seriously, I was at home.
On February 13th. That's a Monday. I believe in 2017. You were at home.
Yes.
The whole day.
Yes.
Do you know who George Stanley is?
Yes, I do.
Who is he?
He's an old friend.
He's just an old friend.
Yes.
Is he still alive?
No.
Do you know how he died?
No, I don't.
Was he like a good friend?
A true friend, yes.
Where was he from? Was he from down here or was he from somewhere different?
Rushville.
And did you ever have dinner with him? And with him, I'm talking about George Stanley. Did you ever have dinner with George Stanley that you remember?
Yeah, I've ate with him. Yes.
Like, would you visit him in a hospital in Rushville if he was in the hospital?
Yes, I would.
Did you ever visit him in the hospital?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
When he was sick. Yes.
Who did you go with, if anybody?
Me, Ned, that went and seen him when he was sick in the hospital.
Just you and Ned?
Yes.
And tell me about that. Kind of what was going on with him. Did he have tubes all over or was he okay? Could you talk to him?
I talked to him, yes.
Where was that? Do you remember?
Ball Memorial.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ball Memorial. But on the day that the girls were abducted, you were not there. You were at home. Is that right?
I was at home, yes.
Do you know where Rod Abrams was on February 13th?
No.
The girls that were found up in Delphi, do you know anything about like where they were found?
No.
Did you ever hear anything about a bridge or a trestle?
No.
And remember, y'all, this motherfucker said he know he was at home. How the fuck do you know you was at home on that day? This was the same motherfucker who had his sister recorded him saying that, you know, Abigail was terrible or something like that. And he confessed to it. Ooh, shout out to Miss Jessica. She from the mood of Boston. Okay, that's what's up. Remember his sister went and told him what he said. Had on record, but God shit, the judge didn't let none of that be admissible. It's crazy work. How do you know? First, bitch, you don't got Facebook, but then you know you got Facebook. Talking about how people put pictures up to you. How do you know? Because I seen it. How do you see it, bitch? You just said you don't got Facebook. Right? They falsely convicted a veteran on Veterans Day. Oh my God. And I respect veterans more than anybody in this world. A true friend. What the fuck you mean? What is that? You don't know how to explain what the fuck you talking about, Sandman face? Well, this right here is sucks, right? And that Rod dude, I remember him. I think that's his name, whatever, who the fuck ever it was, because that's where the girls, they were found on his property. And the dudes in jail, I remember they had letters saying that he did it, and it was a dude who said he did it, and it was inadmissible. Gun shit wasn't allowed, nothing. All right, Skin Row, I thank you so much. And I definitely will be in the building. You know, if I don't miss it, I'm going to definitely check out who you telling me about. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you so much. Much love. This dude sitting up here giving a fake ass alibi, lying through his fucking teeth. Lying. Clearly, you could tell. Bob, or that Holder dude, and Brad Holder, and fucking him was putting up this stuff like that. Remember, he was telling his sisters about, she recorded how he got new brothers, his so-called gang he in, you know, with these fellas. What you say, classic? Oh, his first alibi was that they were visiting either George or Mont Stanley in the hospital, but the hospital scrambles phones, right? This crazy, and this is crazy, man. This is, man. Boy, man. That dude ain't got no soul. All them people was involved. They have no soul. None. Good night, Skin Row. They have no soul. He pushing these people to the side when the evidence showing them. This dude say if his pee get found on her, will he get in trouble? Oh no, because you know he was a great guy. He came back multiple times. No, bitch, I found out after the last time y'all interviewed him because he lawyered up on y'all whole ass. Oh, this crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's go to the next clip. Another said George, but they said hospital scramble phones so the cops wouldn't see their phones there. Oh, my. Oh, wow.
I think I asked you this, but do you know the girls who were murdered in Delphi, what their names are?
No.
Have you ever worked at or near a meatpacking plant doing anything like asphalt or anything like that?
No.
Did you ever tell Joyce or Mary that you were working in a meatpacking plant or near a meatpacking plant?
No.
Did you ever tell Joyce that you had spit on the girls?
No.
Where was your phone on February 13th when the girls were abducted?
At home with me.
Would you have been using your phone during the day?
Yeah, I used it.
What would you use it for? What did you use it for?
Phone calls.
So you took phone calls that day, February 13th?
Yes.
Do you remember who you talked to?
No.
Do you also, like a lot of people do, get on there and get on the internet?
Facebook.
Facebook and things like that? Is that where your Facebook was on your phone?
Yes.
Would you have been looking at your Facebook that day, you think, on February 13th, 2017?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
But your phone was definitely with you on February 13th of 2017.
Yes, it was one of those two. Yes.
One of what two? One of what two?
Don't know. If you don't know, I don't know.
The day that the girls went missing is what I'm talking about.
I had my phone with me on that day.
Okay, thank you. And definitely during the day of February 13th, 2017, the day the girls went missing, you were definitely using your phone that day. Is that true?
Now we have a whole ass redacted page. No.
Have you ever talked about your whereabouts on February 13th, the day the girls were with, the girls were killed with Ned Smith?
No.
I'm going to re-ask Rod Abrams because I didn't put the year in it, and I just want to make sure it's clear later on. Did you ever talk with Rod Abrams about your whereabouts on February 13th, 2017, the day the girls in Delphi were murdered? Did you ever talk about your whereabouts with Rod Abrams?
No.
Do you have any children?
I got 3 of them.
What are their names?
There's Jason, Tiffany, and little Elvis.
Do you have any grandchildren?
No. Oh, I got one.
What is that grandchild's name?
I don't know.
Why is that?
I just don't know his name.
Do you have any relationship with your daughter, Tiffany?
Yes.
Is that the one who has the child?
Yes.
Her husband, is he Hispanic, Tiffany's husband, or the father of her child?
No.
He's not?
No.
I thought he was Mexican or something.
Not that I know of.
Have you ever met her husband or the father of the child?
No.
No, you've never met him? Have you ever used drugs, illegal drugs?
No.
That was a weird segue, Baldwin, but okay.
What's the name of your children? Jason, Tiffany, and little Elvis. Do you have any grandchildren? No. Oh, I think I got one. Do you know her child's father? No. Is he Mexican? I don't know. But remember, they did an interview with, I think it was Murphy or somebody did an interview saying, all right, different. Saying her daughter said that he was mad that she had a Mexican boyfriend, a Mexican baby, and ran outside with a knife and said he was gonna kill the first person he seen. And he don't know the baby name. He ain't never met the boyfriend. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? You mean to tell me this dude well, actually, we know because, like, Holder dumbass, the cover up his bitch ass did. Because it's clear this is a cover up, y'all. Because there's no way you can see testimony or deposition like that and just fall back and say, oh, this guy's great. He did nothing. He did nothing. And Alan Jackson's voice, they just looked the other way. Well, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh man, this hurt my heart deeply. thinking about our veteran who went to jail on Veterans Day or convict, whatever it was, and the torture and everything he going through to this day. How could you fail this hard like this? How could you fail this miserably like this? When there's absolutely no evidence pointing this way, you could talk about the bitch ass bullet all you want to. It ain't no way in hell you motherfuckers gonna trick me with that. And just say, even if you did find the bullet, so the fuck what? They didn't get killed with no fucking gun, you fucking idiot. They got stabbed. Now, like I say, listening to these beautiful ladies, just show how dumb this fucking dude is. It's hilarious, to hear this shit, right? And it's wonderful, right? Because this is an actual breakdown to show how ignorant of a fool he is and how ignorant every motherfucker involved in this situation. All these deaths, over 15. The polygraph person dead. A lot of other people dead. Richard Allen in prison rotting away. And man, I could not believe this shit. Let's go to the next clip, y'all.
Wait, Baldwin, but okay. Have you ever used methamphetamine?
No.
There was a few second lapse, 3 or 4 seconds maybe in answering that. You are under oath. It's okay. Nobody cares. You're not going to get arrested if you use meth. But we do need you to tell the truth.
I don't do drugs.
So you've never used meth. Why is this redacted?
Who the fuck knows?
This is stupid. There's nothing there. It's him saying that he used methamphetamines?
Probably.
Why would you block out the
Probably
entire
saying that that's
page?
medical records or something.
Yeah, something about issues.
Nah.
Depression or anything? Okay. Have you ever felt that you've been part of a gang, like with a group of people that you like, that you befriended a group of people?
Does he not have teeth? Like, should I be talking like this?
Well, he has fake teeth.
Oh, well, then he talks normal. Okay, no.
I know you don't have a brother. You have 3 sisters. But did you ever know? I know you don't have a brother. You have 3 sisters. But did you ever know somebody so well or got so close to them for whatever reason that you considered them a brother?
Yeah.
Who would that be?
A bunch of people.
Give me...
I don't pinpoint. There's a lot of people.
Okay, that reminds me. We had given you a subpoena before and you didn't come to the deposition. Can you tell me why that was?
No.
It's a little bit of a long drive. We did give you a check. Did you cash the check?
No.
Well, we're going to give you another check. That check, you can either give it back to me or rip it up. That was for gas money. I'll let you keep it, but I would ask you to not cash it since you didn't come up, but that's fine. Now we're having still direct examination, but it's Miss Auger. Miss Auger.
So think about it. All these questions he's getting is stuff that they left out from them 3 detectives, Pharisee, Murphy, and Click. The evidence this was in that they gathered up. Right? Do you have any people who you would say your brothers. Remember he told his sister that? Then he told him Abigail was a malicious or personal, the wording he used. Think about that. Albert Farsi, he got killed. How did that happen? Todd Click, he got arrested so he couldn't even testify. Why did that happen? And like I said on the other thing, Kevin Murphy, stay safe. Because this is the evidence that they had that wasn't admissible, so it didn't mean shit. Troublemaker and a pain in the ass, facts. But thank you for Murphy and Click, man. Man. Thank you for them. That's why it's so, and we ain't through yet because we got more, but it's so unbelievable if this shit don't get whitewashed and overturned. It's just unbelievable. I think we may have got past it. This motherfucker didn't even know his grandchild name. Let's continue though, y'all.
Jay. So, Elvis, do you receive disability from Social Security?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us why?
Disabled.
Why are you disabled?
I can't work.
Why not?
I'm done.
Pardon me?
I'm done. Disabled is through the Social Security office. They're the ones that gives me my disability, my Social Security. I applied for it when I was working in the factory. They said I didn't qualify. So I guess after my factory, what little time I put in, they gave me my Social Security.
Why do you get Social Security? What's the nature of your disability?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Has anyone ever said anything about you being schizophrenic?
No.
Okay. Have you ever?
Schizophrenic. Ain't that like when you pull at your clothes and stuff? Schizophrenic?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I always thought.
Have you ever heard of Odin?
No.
And who were you living with in February of 2017?
Nobody. Myself.
Where were you living?
In the trailer.
Did you own the trailer or did somebody else?
Someone else.
Who owned the trailer?
Ned.
Ned Smith?
I'm nodding my head. It wasn't a trailer. It was like a camper. Now this check, you said rip it up, throw it away?
Mr. Baldwin, whatever you want. It was for gas money. I did get a Facebook post from you. I wanted to ask you some questions about that. Tell me when you're done reviewing it and I'll ask you the question.
That's a Facebook picture that I posted.
Can you read that to me, please?
No, I can't see the fine print.
You need glasses? Would this help?
No.
I just wanted you to read the first sentence of that if you could.
I got this for Christmas.
Keep going. I'm sorry, I lied to you. Just read the whole thing. That would probably be best.
I just read the first sentence.
I want you to read the rest of it if you could.
In 1997, I carried a while when too blurry.
To me, it says I carried for a while. Then I'm sure that's supposed to be hid it in my sister's Dodge RV camper for 6 years and 6 months.
That's an old antique, yes.
Does that ring a bell what this Facebook post was about?
Just an old antique that I got for Christmas for many years.
I think you might have misspelled it, but I could be wrong. That you hid this old antique in your sister's?
Because it's a souvenir I've had for a long time.
What was the business with tearing down a 1970 camper?
My sister's Dodge camper that we tore down. It didn't run anymore. It's an RV camper.
Which sister was that?
Mary.
You basically hid that knife in that camper for 6 years and 6 months, roughly.
It's just an old antique that I've had as a souvenir I got for Christmas.
That's it. Now I don't have any more questions, but the prosecutor may.
My memory?
Yeah.
Normal, I guess.
Mr. Bolden says, did you say normal?
Yes.
I do just want to know if there's some reason when you were asked about February 13th, 2017, how would you, sitting here today, know where you were on that day?
My cell phone. That's got the time and date and month.
Did you go back and...
Oh, wait, man. What's schizophrenic? Is that like when you pull on your clothes? Oh my God. It was an old antique. Was this trailer for 6 years, 6 months. It's an old camper. It wasn't running no more, you know, like an RV. Oh my God. What's schizophrenic? The person says, are you normal? Oh, wait. That's it. Oh, wait. This is unbelievable. Then bother to look at any other knob, but this is unbelievable, boy. Disability. Oh, tried to get a while I was at the factory job. They wouldn't give it to me, so I got the factory job. I applied for it. And that's you get. Well, the Social Security place set me up and put me on that. How long have you been? Well, I don't know what. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Well, this cold-blooded. This is cold. Ask about what disability. Oh, he's got to be. He's got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, they just put me on. Oh my God. Oh, somebody help me. What's schizophrenia? Oh, isn't that when you pull on your clothes? That's what I thought it was. What? What the fuck? Like I was like, sir, I believe this is called disability fraud. Oh, wait. Hold up, y'all. I got to play that again. I'm sorry.
Jay. So, Elvis, do you receive disability from Social Security?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us why?
Disabled.
Why are you disabled?
I can't work.
Why not?
I'm done.
Pardon me?
I'm done. Disabled is through the Social Security office. They're the ones that gives me my disability, my Social Security. I applied for it when I was working in the factory. They said I didn't qualify. So I guess after my factory, what little time I put in, they gave me my Social Security.
Why do you get Social Security? What's the nature of your disability?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Has anyone ever said anything about you being schizophrenic?
No.
Okay. Have you ever?
Schizophrenic. Ain't that like when you pull at your clothes and stuff? Schizophrenic?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I always thought.
Have you ever heard of Odin?
No.
And who were you living with in February of 2017?
Nobody. Myself.
Where were you living?
In the trailer.
Did you own the trailer or did somebody else?
Someone else.
Who owned the trailer?
Ned.
Ned Smith?
I'm nodding my head. It wasn't a trailer. It was like a camper. Now this check, you said rip it up, throw it away?
Mr. Baldwin, whatever you want. It was for gas money. I did get a Facebook post from you. I wanted to ask you some questions about that. Tell me when you're done reviewing it and I'll ask you the question.
That's a Facebook picture that I posted.
Can you read that to me, please?
No, I can't see the fine print.
You need glasses? Would this help?
No.
I just wanted you to read the first sentence of that if you could.
I got this for Christmas.
Keep going. I'm sorry, I lied to you. Just read the whole thing. That would probably be best.
I just read the first sentence.
I want you to read the rest of it if you could.
In 1997, I carried a while when too blurry.
To me, it says I carried for a while. Then hid it in my, I'm sure that's supposed to be hid it in my sister's Dodge RV camper for 6 years and 6 months.
That's an old antique, yes.
Does that ring a bell what this Facebook post was about?
Just an old antique that I got for Christmas for many years.
I think you might have misspelled it, but I could be wrong. That you hid this old antique in your sister's?
Because it's a souvenir I've had for a long time.
What was the business with tearing down a 1970 camper?
My sister's Dodge camper that we tore down. It didn't run anymore. It's an RV camper.
Which sister was that?
Mary.
You basically hid that knife in that camper for 6 years and 6 months, roughly.
It's just an old antique that I've had as a souvenir I got for Christmas.
That's it. Now I don't have any more questions, but the prosecutor may.
My memory?
Yeah.
Normal, I guess.
Mr. Baldwin says, did you say normal?
Yes.
I do just want to know if there's some reason when you were asked about February 13th, 2017, how would you, sitting here today, know where you were on that day?
My cell phone. That's got the time and date and month.
Did you go back and...
This is a piece of shit. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, they pinned at the bottom. I pinned them, I repinned them. It's pinned classic of criminality, TC. Oh, that mother. Oh, how did you get disability? I'm done. You read that first line. I was allowed to hug Carrie. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and read the rest of it. I thought you just said read the first line. Okay, in 1997, too blurry. Oh my God. Oh, the prosecutor come back up. I just remember normal. He said, Mr. Elvis, did you say normal? Oh, Lord Jesus, man. This is, oh, I cannot believe this shit. Boy, this is maddening. There ain't nothing fucking normal about that piece of shit. This is maddening, y'all. Oh, I cannot believe this. All right, let's get to the next one.
Did you go back and check it against that day to find out what you were doing that day?
No, because I knew where I was at that day.
How do you know today where you were 7 years ago?
Well, there's different days and different hours. Wait, I have to tell you. Wait, the Delphi docs. Listen, whoever is with the Delphi docs page is so fucking funny. Like, I sent that to one of their tweets. Like, I don't even know how many people, because I was cracking up. I put that part, and I said, let me find it. I said, knows what he was doing 7 years ago on a particular day at a particular time, but doesn't know the name of his grandchild. And the Delphi docs account said, listen, well, there's different days and different hours. Listen, grandchildren is all the same. Oh my God, the tears.
Oh my God,
grandchildren is all the same.
I didn't even know he had one at first. He was like, no,
do you have any grandchildren? No. Oh yeah, I got one.
I do have one. But there's different days. And there's different, I just picture this like Elvis is like looking at Latrell like he's an idiot. Like, of course I know where I was. My cell phone has the date and time on it. And it's like, well, how do you know where you were 7 years ago? He's like, well, duh, there's different days and there's different hours. So like, how would I not know?
Seven years ago, he knows a daily time. Like they said, yo, even though your fucking grandchild name, and shout out to Get Real, they say, what Get Real say? Is he playing or is he dumb? Look at this ugly, demented looking motherfucker. Look at this ugly motherfucker. Look at him. Look at this ugly piece of shit. Look at this Sandman, Michael Myers, melty face, looking sick piece of shit. I don't know my grandkids' name, but I know exactly where I was 6 years ago. Oh, wait. Look at this ugly motherfucker. Look at him. Supposed to make you absolutely rattle. Really with disability shit. You ain't bullshitting. Okay, look at this motherfucker, man. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Let's go to this clip.
Oh, wait. This is about to end, unfortunately. We only have one more page left, I just realized.
No!
Yeah, I don't know why they cut us off like that.
Knickers are wet. Oh my God, dude, I can't breathe. I can't hold on, I gotta take a break for a second. Oh my God. I can't breathe. Yep. I do just want to know if there's some reason when you were asked about February 13th of 2017, how would you, sitting here today, know where you were on that day?
My cell phone, it's got the time and date and month.
And did you go back and check it against that day to find out what you were doing that day?
No, because I knew where I was at that day.
How do you know today where you were 7 years ago?
Well, there's different days and different hours.
Is there something about that date that you learned it was important?
No.
Did you?
No.
Did your disability have anything to do with mental functioning at all?
I couldn't answer that. I don't know.
Did someone help apply for you and help you to achieve this disability?
What the fuck? No. Social Security office.
Did you have to go to them and request and put in an application?
Yes, I went there too. Yes.
When you did you talk to them about any either physical or mental or emotional difficulties?
No.
What did you go talk to them about? Why did you go to them and talk about disability?
Because I was working in a factory at the time, and I thought I had my early points in, and I didn't. I was 22 years old when I first applied for it.
What? How long have you been on disability?
A long time.
How old are you now, Elvis?
53.
And so sometime between 22 and 53, you were able to get disability. Can you help me out and tell me about when?
I've had disability since a long time.
20 years?
Something like that. Longer.
In your 30s or in your 20s?
30s.
In your 30s.
I didn't have it in my 20s.
You didn't have a disability in your 20s that you went and applied for at 22? Further questions?
Oh, wait. It's Baldwin that says I don't either. I thought it was Elvis that said that.
Fucking awesome. If it was Elvis. If Elvis was like, yeah, I don't either. I'm good. I'm good. I have figured out that there are different days and there are different times. Holy shit. People are gonna be like, he's got a mental disability. Why are you making fun of him?
Oh,
It's
fuck
like,
off.
come on, people. Come on. There are different days and there are different times and there are different phones.
That motherfucker said early points. Like classics say, what the fuck is early points? Oh, I needed that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this shit has been stressful. I needed that right there. Not needed that. I needed to laugh because this shit is so sad, right? Understanding what Kathy is going through, understanding what his daughter is going through, that his family members are going through, his friends, his associates. Right? I needed that laugh, but that laugh was needed to hear this shit and to really come to me and show me that Dildo Face Holman and Pikachu looking Doug and that fucking knockoff Matthew McCartney and Nick, whatever the fuck his name is, but they failed the justice system and they failed Richard Allen miserably. They failed the justice system and they failed Richard Allen immensely. And this is sad, y'all. Right? This is sad. This is terrible. This is mind-blowing and so shocking of a case that I've ever witnessed. Of railroad and it went through. These guys right here, these pieces of shit, under our veteran, all the evidence. All right, Skin, appreciate you coming, man. All the evidence surrounding these bastards under our veteran. Nothing. And like Giriel say, he sits there with no respite, a nightmare. this is a situation, right? That should get this man free. Shouldn't even took this long, right? And this is a situation when he get free, this shit is gonna carry with him for life, right? But in this situation, he should be able to sue him for infinity of money. That means forever going and lasting. Like Gabriel say, caged, it's inhumane, a violation of human rights. This is the worst shit I've seen. Unimaginable. When the evidence don't point his way, they wanted a conviction because the public pressure, right? And it to me, they were scanning the streets. And they were scanning the streets. They were trying to pick out the right person who they could get, who they could break. Oh, it's up. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. They was scanning the streets under this pressure they was under this cover up. I'm not gonna call it pressure, under this cover up. Under this cover up. They was trying to find the right person. Then it came back to them, whatever tip fucking he said. Oh, we got to look into Richard Allen some more. Oh, you gonna look into him? Cause he told his wife he was there. His wife said, call the police and tell them he did that. He said, call the police, he did that. The honorable thing to do. Yeah, he was the only person that was so clean, he didn't have any dirt. He didn't have any dirt on anyone. Facts. And it got accepted. They saw the vulnerability and took it. Oh my God, corrupt bastards. Boy, talk that shit, get real. And I'm sorry, I don't know if you're a woman or a male. So please let me know. They saw the vulnerability and took it. Oh, that's the realest shit I ever heard. And Classic say, the FBI, oh, shout out to the beautiful Get Real. Say, Ray, the FBI did geofencing that shows 3 phones at the crime scene. None. Rick Good wouldn't let that in. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck is? Oh man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gaslighting nothing. I'm really fucked up about this. It ain't no type of sense that this makes. None. The FBI did a geofencing that shows 3 phones at the crime scene. None was Rick's, and God wouldn't let that in. You got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be fucking kidding me. Man. God said they would confuse the jury. And I'm with you, Gary, of the disgusting bitch. That disgusting bitch said that would confuse the jury. Well, bitch, you say this after the fact because your bitch ass knew what you were gonna do. In that case, your bitch ass knew what you was gonna do. Bitch, that's why you didn't let no cameras allowed. You strong-faced hoe. Yeah, it might confuse them because they would think, what the fuck have you arrested Rick for? Facts. Evil shit. Boy, this is diabolical. What is this? This is a fucking travesty. Man, this is a fucking travesty, y'all. But like I was speaking on the little heifer bitch in Mackenzie Skrilla, she killed 2 boys. The bitch get 15 years to life to serve concurrently. All the evidence is pointing towards her. It ain't a motherfucking thing pointing towards Rick. And he gets 65 years on each. Man, this... Oh, wait. Yeah, someone needs to look into God quick. Yeah, imagine click when they seen they arrested Rick. Facts. It's on not one bit of evidence. And like I said, she's got to be a sadist. That woman is a ruthless bitch. She's a ruthless, dirty, funky bitch. All right, and I bet her breath smell like her ass, which is dirty and shit. This blows me out the water. They did a geofencing, 3 phones was there, and not now was Rick. And bitch, You wouldn't allow, you say that'll confuse the jury. No, bitch, looking at your face is confusing. It is, man, I got to be dreaming. I got to be. I got to be dreaming. I got to be. That I'm lost. I'm lost, and I know it's a lot more. I am so lost. And when I say lost, I mean I'm not defeated, but it just going through this feel like I'm getting hit with body shot after body shot after body shot. Oh my. Oh my. And another thing, right? I'm glad, was you talking about the Netflix series that they done did with Mackenzie, right? Because the evil bitch and her fucking shit of parents is trying to get siblings. They got paid for that. For a bitch, but the evidence going all the way against her, why Netflix ain't doing nothing on Rick? You know? What is we doing? Like this is shit make you want to cry on the inside because it could be you, me. But he won that one. Oh my. Oh man, y'all. I am stunned. Right? And I need to get some water. Hope y'all still stay rocking with me. I understand if y'all sleepy or something. Let me play this Blue Curtains, man.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pain's a prison, the glass cuts deep, eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. Oh, if I could tear 'em down, let the light pour through. But they hang like chains, stitched with sorrow's hue. Every fold whispers secrets I can't erase. Every thread pulls tighter, leaving no space.
Man. Check this out. Shout out the classic. December the 20th, 2024. Guilty on all accounts. 130 years. Let me see what else it said right there. Hold on. It says, shit, who is this fucking Joseph Cochran? Cochran was sentenced to be. Who the fuck is that? She could still impose. He was found guilty on Veterans Day and sentenced. Oh, he was sentenced to death. Was he guilty? On the victim's family did not want the death penalty. Interesting. Skin say God was an actual devil worshiper. She way far worse than the witch. You ain't lying. Man, I appreciate all the support, y'all. Man, I want y'all, if y'all ain't liked it, hit that like button. Once this video uploads, man, it'll help if y'all hit that hype button for me, man. Y'all been absolutely fantastic. I appreciate y'all, man, all the support, and I'll see y'all soon. Love y'all to death.
I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again.
Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, my name is Mr. ILTBA. The acronyms for ILTBA is
Mr. Undeniable. Hold up. Mr. These boys can't touch me.
If you do. Bet I ain't got shit to prove. Boo does go to Lil Bruce, smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pulse. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like salt. Got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do. You're a daisy if you do.
R-U-L.
All aces in my hand, better bag. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click, clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk slow, silver in my lap. Halo, crooked heart attack. Say your piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep.
Oh shit, it's your boy Mr. Ultimate. I'm touching down from that 2, 1, 4, and I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do.